Hello! Noah here, and welcome to Tyrion Cuthbert. You know what? I'm actually going to search up how to pronounce that, because I actually want to...
You could pronounce it Cuthbert. It's just completely incorrectly.
Cuthbert?
Yeah.
Cuthbert? That doesn't sound right to me. I'm going to say Cuthbert.
Where are the F's?
Where are the what?
It sounds like cuff, like C-U-F-F instead of C-U-T-H.
Cuthbert. Anyway, I am joined by...
It's Dante, me. Hello, hi.
This is a new face on the channel. New voice, I should say. And we're going to be playing Tyrion Cuthbert, Attorney of the Arcane. So I've heard quite a few good things about this game. It's inspired by the Ace Attorney series, so obviously I'm going to have to play it because I'm the biggest Ace Attorney fan ever. And we're just going to get into it, so let's start a new game. Alright. Case 1, the Coldhearted Aristocrat. Let's do it.
I'm already liking the music.
It's really chill.
Yeah.
The fields of battle are filled with suffering and despair. On them are a clash of souls, souls brought to conflict by the corrupt powers that rule over them. You can take this guy.
Oh, sweet. I was transporting a client in my carriage that evening. We were driving by the McCoy tavern when we heard a disturbance. I was worried that something was amiss, so I walked into the building to see what the commotion was. There I saw the defendant. She was lit by the blue glow of the dining room lights, and she was stabbing the victim with her magical sword.
Objection!
Mr. Rudolph, you testified that you saw my client murdering the victim, and you supposedly saw her casting magic while doing so?
Yes, I can never forget such a grisly sight. That moment was burned into my memory.
I see. Well, it's funny you say that.
How so?
Because your entire testimony was a complete lie.
What?
Objection!
Who's gonna take this character?
Oh.
I was
the text-to-speech?
Are you accusing the witness of perjury?
No. Text-to-speech. Fuck it, I'll do it. Are you accusing the witness of perjury? Surely you know that accusations can't be made lightly, Mr. Cuthbert. My accusation is far from baseless, Steelwind. Think about the state of the crime scene at the time of the murder. The witness couldn't have seen anything, much less a homicide. He knows something.
Got little emoticons.
But on this battlefield, there are still a few people who carry the ideals of justice within their hearts. But you have to wonder sometimes, are these ideals truly just? Or are they simply lies fed to us by our elders? You go for it.
I'll do it, yeah.
You go for it.
Damn it. Flintheart, you fool. This feels like the wrong voice. Oh well. Why couldn't you just listen to me?
Oh my god.
It's definitely the wrong voice. Fuck it, we're sticking with it. I'm committed to the bit.
What a handsome motherfucker.
Rudolph, I require your assistance.
The red-nosed reindeer? Okay,
yes, sir.
okay. I'll take the weird looking priest guy.
Okay, yeah. By the scaled lord, what did you? You killed him.
Yeah, no shit. Alert the town guard. Tell them that you saw his daughter fleeing the scene. I'm sure their neighbors heard them arguing with each other. They'll immediately suspect her.
At once, sir.
Cool.
Very intense for like a tutorial case, if that's what this is supposed to be.
I believe this is a tutorial. Am I supposed to press a button? Oh, I was supposed to press a button that entire time.
I just sat on that screen for like 30 minutes.
Earlier that day, I would have sat there thinking that something was supposed to happen. Earlier that day. Ugh. You feel yourself slowly succumbing to unbearable pain. You don't think you'll be able to survive this much longer.
Are you sure you're okay, Cuthbert? You look like you're about to pass out.
Ruby Timora. She's an attorney, okay. This is the Mia Fey of the game.
Yeah, surely she's not gonna die.
Don't worry about me. That was not scripted, by the way. Don't worry about me, Miss Timora. I'm fine. I'm Apollo Justice, and I'm fine. You've been riding in this carriage for days. You are definitely not fine. With each bump in the road, you feel yourself becoming more and more nauseous. The bit actually went in. Wow. The coughing actually worked. Okay. It's taking every ounce of willpower just to hold your lunch. I'm perfectly fine.
If you say so.
Oh my god, she's 46. She
Not
does
bad.
not look like 46.
Well,
Oh, you feel the carriage drive over a large bump in the road. You can feel and hear your stomach retching in protest. That stew you ate for lunch doesn't taste nearly as good the second time. Oh, on second thought. That's better. Take a deep breath of fresh air. It's the first breath you've taken today that hasn't threatened to come back out.
sorry about this. I didn't expect the roads in this town to be this uneven.
I suppose they don't get a lot of traffic here. You've been on the road with your mentor for days. Together, you've been searching for a man named Flintheart McCoy. Supposedly, he's been a voice of dissidence against King Olivier for the last few decades. You have no idea what kind of business Miss Timora would have with him. But you know better than to ask questions about her affairs. Oh, this is literally... this is perfect for you, because you play D&D.
Oh, yeah, alright. Hello, travelers! Welcome to Cornhaven. We got corn.
It doesn't look like it, but okay.
It's magic invisible corn.
A local merchant steps out from one of the nearby shops. He has a wide smile on his face, and he approaches your carriage with the enthusiasm of a starving vulture. Oh yeah, by the way, ad-libbing is completely fine. Make any in-jokes you want with your character. Do anything you want. It's fine.
Gotcha. Oh, shoot. Oh, this is interesting. Sorry. The emotion thing is an interesting mechanic. Would a pair of dignified individuals such as yourselves care for a refreshing drink?
What is it, corn juice?
Well, I can't see. I don't have eyes.
He certainly has a friendly expression, but his thoughts seem very analytical. This reminds me of... I can't remember what the mechanic is called, but it's the emotion thing in Dual Destinies.
Yeah, from like, what, the 6th one?
The 5th one.
5th one. Is that the one with the dolphin?
Yeah, it's the one with...
Yeah.
That's what you remember most about that game?
I haven't actually gotten a chance to play that game. I only know the dolphin is in it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Well, I don't need a drink, but...
Miss Timora glances at you and your stomach rumbles in agreement.
Ah, of course. I have just the thing for an upset stomach. Corn juice.
Oh no. With a carriage like that, I bet it could fleece it for a lot. His thoughts and emotions are laid bare through your eye.
Oh, those are his thoughts. Okay.
Yeah, they're his.
That makes more sense.
Wait, you thought they were ours?
Yeah.
Oh. But the merchant's expression doesn't betray a hint of what he's truly thinking. You wonder if his false smile could get any bigger. Does that look like a smile to you? At this rate, he might dislocate his jaw.
There's a false smile.
That's literally like... Anyway.
How about 2 flasks of apple juice for 50 silver pieces?
No, but I wanted corn juice. 50... Huh?
You may find that price daunting, but this is organic and fresh-made corn juice.
It's just store-bought juice, but I bet they can't even tell the difference. Out of the corner of your
I'll
eye,
make you a deal. 49 silver pieces.
Wow, what a steal! Out of the corner of your eye, you spot an empty bottle of store-bought... Sorry, not apple juice, corn juice. It's resting on a table inside the merchant's shop. That's a piece of evidence? Okay.
The corn is a very valuable piece of evidence in the court.
I think it might be blind. The Cornhaven merchant has a bottle of store-bought apple juice. It's resting on table side. It's suspiciously empty.
I mean, he is very blind. He doesn't have eyes.
Tyrion will make mental notes of notable clues he sees in the world. These notes are instrumental to solving mysteries and progressing through the game. You can check these notes at any time by opening the toolbar in the top left of the screen. Okay.
Trust me, it's worth the extra gold.
Normally, the price wouldn't matter that much to you. But you don't appreciate being treated like an easy mark. What?
Oh, you're gonna fucking school this poor
Argument?
merchant that's just trying to make money.
Bro. All he's asking is for 50 silver pieces. Like, calm down, bro. It's not that serious. You've started an argument with another character. During an argument, your opponent will make claims that you need to respond to. Responding correctly will lower your opponent's confidence. Responding incorrectly will lower your confidence. And once you run out of confidence, you will lose the argument. I think you need to elaborate. You said that this apple juice is organic, but where is it made?
It's produced by the hardworking people of this town, of course. In a small town like ours, we only deal with locally sourced products.
Okay,
It's a local store.
Presenting during arguments. For certain claims, you will need to present a piece of evidence to refute that claim. To proceed, present the piece of evidence that contradicts your opponent's claim. Okay. Spells.
I wonder what evidence you're gonna choose. I think you should choose a profile.
Huh.
Clearly the correct answer.
You know, I think it's Ruby. No, that's not right.
Oh damn! It doesn't
You
even let
saw
you
the
fail.
store-bought apple juice inside his... It's the tutorial.
Yeah.
That contradicts his claim that he only trades organic. Oh no! It
Oh,
no
never
no
mind.
no
It
it
does
no
let
it does it does let me get hit. Okay, all right. You say that, but I can see an empty bottle of store-bought juice inside your shop. Why would you have something like that if you only deal with organic products?
Oh, how did that get there? Silly me. Make no mistake.
I mean, you are blind. I don't blame you.
Yeah, no, I only have that because I wanted to, well, I guess not see, how my products compare to that of a city. And let me tell you, that mass-produced slop doesn't even compare to my product.
What an obvious lie.
Honestly, I'm offering you a very good deal.
Very good Geel.
Yeah.
Interpreting during for certain claims, you will need to look at your opponent's thoughts and emotions. Choose the correct response depending on the information seen. Logic. Choose this option if your opponent's thought contradicts something in your notes. Choose this option if your opponent's thought contradicts their claim. Choose this option if your opponent's emotions contradict their claim. Huh.
Usually I only sell the stuff for 5 silver a flask.
Anyway. Sir, it's obviously, fuck. It's obvious those flasks are only worth 5. It's obviously, oh my god. It's obvious those flasks are only worth 5 silver pieces. My dyslexia, holy shit.
What? How did you... Well, it's clear you're a very shrewd man.
Right? Cool. I'm so lazy! Out of the corner of your eye, you spot a child watching you from afar. Her eyes are fixed on the flasks of apple juice. How about 20 silver pieces for 3 flasks?
Of course, sir.
The Kingdom of Wyvengard. What a fucking name. Established
Jesus.
several centuries ago by the 7 high archmages. The kingdom is currently ruled by King Olivier de Wyvengard and the mages of his nobility. The nobility will tell you that our marvelous kingdom is a land of prosperity and happiness. a land where its people share the wealth and secure provided by the kingdoms of magic. You could take the child.
I even had anything like that. Oh god, what the fuck? I haven't had anything like this in years. Thank you.
The child's passing thoughts tell you exactly how much secure the kingdom is sharing.
I didn't know you had such an eye for rural economics.
Well, I suppose I used to have a good intuition for this sort of thing.
Or did you use another kind of eye? Wink, 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 wink. Don't get me wrong, your so-called Eye of Horus is an amazing gift. You should take every opportunity to hone it. But try to be more subtle next time. If I can see through you, others will be able to as well.
Right.
Anyways, I did some asking around while you were haggling. Supposedly the McCoy Tavern should be north of here. Oh, okay. If my tip is correct, this should be the place.
This is the marketplace, but wait, this is
No.
the McCoy Tavern?
It's a different location.
I might be blind. With the state it's in, calling it a tavern is pretty generous. You find it hard to believe that this has a secret meeting place for dissidents. But now that you think about it, maybe that's the entire point.
Tavern has been shut down for years. Nowadays, Flintheart just uses it to host his rallies. Although I do wonder how they've been keeping themselves afloat for this long.
Hey, you lot! The McCoy Tavern is closed!
A gruff man approaches your carriage as you step out of it. He's eyeing you and Miss Timora, a clear look of contempt on his face.
I take it that you're Flintheart McCoy?
I am! What of it?
Sorry for not writing ahead of time. But I'm Ruby Timora. I wanted to speak with you.
Ruby Timora! Wait, the Ruby Timora!
Any animosity he initially had immediately vanishes. He lets out a laugh. It's as if you were meeting an old friend.
Why didn't you say so? Come on in!
You didn't expect someone like him to know about Miss Timora. But you suppose it makes sense. They both fight against the same enemy. Albeit in different ways.
Sorry about the mess. We haven't exactly been... Well, anyway, what brings you here? I take you didn't journey all this way to see my record tavern.
I'm here on behalf of a client. We have a proposition that you might be interested in. Is there anywhere we could talk more privately?
Sure, the kitchen's empty.
Wonderful. Tyrion, stay here while I speak with McCoy.
What? Don't you need my help?
There's no need for that.
Like hell there's no need for that. If she's trying to make a deal with Flintheart, you can easily read his thoughts to help her. Oh, that's a very angry look. You desperately want to object, but she shoots you a stern look that causes you to freeze up. You slowly look away from her. Alright, okay. You spend some time waiting alone in the tavern's dining area. Oh boy, I hope that guy that we just met doesn't die in like a few minutes.
No, he'll be fine, surely.
It's already been hours since Miss Timora and Flintheart went to talk in the kitchen. Hours? Okay.
What have you been doing? There's no one here. You just been sitting in an empty...
Bro, I could never. I would just be walking around, looking at the paintings, I don't know, making a drink for myself.
Stack all the cups into like a pyramid in the corner just for fun.
You can hear faint murmurs from behind the closed door, and you've been resisting the urge to eavesdrop. But even from here, you can tell their conversation is slowly becoming more frustrated. It looks like they're going to be a while. Well, it's a good thing you always bring a chess set around.
Who just carries a chess set?
Fuck?
Who are you
I
gonna
don't-
play against?
The heir? You bring out the small chessboard that you've carried around since you were a child. Chess can be played with one person.
Oh, well,
Can it? And you've always
I
taken
guess.
advantage of that. Can it? I don't.
If you're lonely.
I guess. Checkmate, myself. You win against yourself. This time is black. The first 10 games, I've won 7 out of 10 times black. How do you lose to yourself? What the? Hello? Hello? You know what? You take her, actually.
Yeah, I'll take her. Yeah.
Sizzling one is more likely to win.
Oh,
Unbeknownst to you, you're thinking out loud. So why am I performing so much better when I'm playing as black?
hello?
That face! You still don't notice her, and you're verbalizing your thoughts just as fast as you're thinking them. Am I becoming overconfident as white because I has a first move advantage? Perhaps that very advantage is affecting my choices and making me play in a suboptimal manner. If a personal quirk is making me play illogically, I need to correct it!
Hey,
What? How long have you been standing there?
it's about time you noticed me. Been trying to get your attention for a while now.
Oh, sorry.
Do you know where my dad is?
Please tell me he's not the guy that's about to die in a few minutes.
He's about to die.
No, I didn't say that. Your dad?
McCoy. I'm his daughter, Celeste.
Oh boy. Mercenary? Huh. Oh. Flintheart is speaking with my mom. Mentor right now.
Oh, I wanted to show him something. Do you know when that'll be done?
I don't know. They've been speaking in the kitchen for a while now. You hear Flintheart and Miss Timora's voices getting louder and more frustrated, but Celeste doesn't seem to notice. Her eyes seem to be focused on your chessboard.
This is chess, right? You playing against someone?
Oh, I'm playing against the air, actually.
Oh, that's nice.
You feel a judgmental stare. Playing alone helps me develop new strategies. Okay, you know, that is a pretty good use, I guess. Plenty of professionals do it.
Hey, I'm not the type to shame a man for playing with himself.
Hey, yo.
I'm only 19, by the way.
Well, 20. That's...
Relax, I'm just joking. Haha. Unless...
No.
This voice is gonna kill me, dude.
Oh, man.
Anyways, if you're still waiting for your mentor, do you want to play a game?
Do you want to play a game?
Have you seen Saw?
Oh,
Or Saw 2?
Oh.
Or Saw 3?
Oh. or Saw 4?
I forgot, like, how many of them there are. I was gonna stop at 3.
I think there's 10 of them.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, you know how to play?
Sure, I've read about this before.
She's read about it?
Oh, this table is so dusty.
Celeste takes a seat on the other side of the table. She tries to set up her side of the board but fumbles with the pieces. She stares at one of them confused.
How do I arrange these things again?
Part of you regrets accepting her challenge, but it would be impolite to back out now. Here, I'll arrange them for you.
Thanks! I like the horsey.
Checkmate. I like the horse. You defeat her in the Pokemon? You defeat her in 2 moves.
How do you defeat someone in chess in 2 moves?
What the fuck? I'm actually curious now. Can you checkmate someone in 2 moves? Is it possible? Yes, it's possible to checkmate someone in 2 moves.
Oh, well, the more you know.
If they're really dumb, I guess.
Wait, what? Already? How did you do that?
I got a big old brain. You decide against telling her what the name of that mate was.
Rematch me. I want to do over.
Sure, why not? It's not as if you have anything better to do. Celeste's brow furrows as she tries to decide on her next move. But she hasn't realized that the game is already finished.
Here.
She moves her knight in a position to attack your queen.
Go, horsey!
It should have stopped your assault on her king, but checkmate. A scholar's mate this time.
What? Come on, how do you keep doing that?
You look at the closed door of the kitchen. Flintheart and Miss Timora's discussion is becoming louder. Doesn't sound like they'll be done anytime soon.
Again, I'll definitely beat you this time.
For someone who had clearly never played before, she's quickly improving with each game. It's impressive. She's observing her strategies and adapting them to her playstyle. With the way she's playing now, she could even defeat a nationally ranked noble. Holy shit!
There's chess rankings
Wow.
in this world?
Bro, they got Elo? What? What's her
They
Elo
also-
rank? What's her Elo rank? I want to
also have a
know.
scandal where someone uses a magically vibrating butt plug to cheat in chess.
Oh, I saw that. I saw that video. The Gwenzo. I saw that video. That was so ridiculous. Oh, that got me into a coughing fit. Holy shit. Oh, checkmate. But even so, you've been playing this game for a lot longer than she has.
Now you're always one step ahead of me.
I have a vibrating butt plug that tells me what moves to make.
It's called the Eye of Horus.
It's like you're reading my mind.
I mean, I guess that is what I'm doing. Fuck. As if you even need to. God damn it.
Just one more game. I'll get you this time.
Oh, hello.
Hello, Cuthbert.
It's Cuthbert. Miss Timora emerges from the kitchen with Flintheart. They both look mentally exhausted. Looks like negotiations didn't go well.
Hi, Dad.
Oh, hello, sweetie.
Flintheart looks irritated, but as soon as he sees Celeste, he quickly hides it behind a smile. You wonder what their discussion was about.
What's this? Some kind of game?
Miss Timora glances at the pieces on the board.
Don't feel too bad about losing to him. He's nationally ranked.
Yeah, I got a lot of elo.
Oh, you're a professional. Is that why you're wearing a suit?
No, chess is just a hobby. I'm actually a defense attorney.
An attorney?
Speaking of which, we should probably be on our way.
Oi, sorry for refusing you after you came all this way. I really respect what you're doing. But I want
Fuck.
I don't want anything to do with your mate's fate. Sorry, I've got a fog in my throat.
I'm sad now.
You wonder what he meant by that? Miss Timora trying to introduce him to one of our clients?
Anyways, it's getting late. If you leave now, you won't get back to the city until morning.
She's right. This region is littered with bandits and brigands. You won't want to run into them this late.
I guess you have a point.
We're a playroom so you can stay in until morning. It's the least I could do after you came all this way.
Well, if it's not too much trouble, we might as well stay here until tomorrow.
The tavern is shut down, but we still have some sheets and blankets. I'll go get the rooms ready.
I wonder how long you're going to be able to keep this voice up for.
Oh, it's already painful.
Oh no. Celeste and Flintheart leave the dining area to get your rooms ready. Well, you better prepare yourself because I have a feeling she's going to be the Maya for this game. So.
Oh, no, I 100% understand what's about to happen.
Yeah, she's probably going to get accused because she has she's a mercenary, she has a sword, and it's going to go great. You're left in the dining room with Miss Imora.
That's you. Never mind.
I'm fine. So I take it that negotiations didn't go well?
No, I didn't expect him to be so stubborn. Honestly, I have no idea what that man has against mages.
Well, there is one way to find out. Why are you being so secretive? If your business with Flintheart is related to our clients, I can help.
It wasn't important, and your perspective was not necessary.
That's such an obvious lie. You can't read a single thought from her mind. She's had years of practice hiding her thoughts from the eye of Horus. Celeste enthusiastically came back downstairs. But she seems to have noticed the tension between you and Miss Timora.
So, sorry to interrupt, but your rooms are ready now.
Right.
Thank you. Oh my god! I'm still coughing. An awkward silence hangs in the air as you and Miss Timora head upstairs. You reach the upper hallway and see the 2 rooms that Celeste prepared for you. Miss Timora stops before entering her room.
You were playing chess with Flintheart's daughter earlier. Was she any good?
No, because I cheated by using a butt plug. Not at first, but she got better as we kept playing.
Terribly sorry for leaving out you there for so long. Didn't expect our discussion to last that long.
No, it's fine. Despite everything, I enjoyed playing against her.
I see. Well, I suppose you are at that age.
What does that mean? No, it's not like that. It's just
Well,
that outside of
points
tournaments,
already.
I never really get to play against another player. And you only ever want to play shogi against me.
Because shogi is clearly superior.
It's complete anarchy is what it is. You just bring fallen pieces back to life like some kind of necromancer.
It adds depth. Dropping adds a dimension of play that isn't present in chess.
You sternly look at each other, your positions already made. After a few moments of silence, you both burst out laughing. But now seriousness.
I'm sorry if it looks like I don't trust you. I know you're just trying to help. But there are some things about my work that I can't tell you about yet. But one day, I'll tell you everything.
Right, I'm sorry for prying. I just want to show you that I'm ready to be an attorney.
You are. I know you are.
The rare praise from your mentor catches you off guard.
Anyways, get some rest. You should mentally prepare yourself for the journey tomorrow.
Oh, we're gonna have a hell of a journey. All right. You completely forgot about the carriage ride back. You can already feel your stomach churning in protest. You lay in the bed that the McCoys prepared for you, and as you close your eyes, you slowly drift into a deep slumber. As this happens, you feel something invasive. Your mind drifts away, and you feel yourself being pulled elsewhere. Holy shit.
What the fuck? Sauron, what are you doing here?
Sauron! You find yourself in a surreal and unsettling landscape. You're fairly certain that you're dreaming right now, but some instinct in the back of your mind tells you that something is fundamentally wrong about this.
Uh-oh.
You see a woman in the far distance. She's staring directly at you.
What? Presents?
She's murmuring something, but you can't quite make it out. Is she trying to say something to you?
Finally found.
Oh my... Ugh. You're jolted. What? That was scary. Okay. You can't exactly remember what that woman said to you. She said something, finally found you, heavens born, or something like that. But whatever her words were, they send a piercing chill down your spine. Your breath is heavy and your heart is pounding at 100 miles per hour. Calm down. It was just a dream. At least that's what you try to tell yourself.
But please, just let me explain.
I don't want to hear it.
You hear the voices of Celeste and Flintheart ring out from downstairs. It must be extremely late. What could they possibly be arguing about at this hour?
I want you out of my house. Out!
A dead silence lingers in the air before you hear someone rush out of the tavern. Whoever left slams the door behind them. What was that all about? It's none of your business. You only met those two today. It'd probably be best not to get involved in their affairs. And as you tell yourself that, a brief image of Celeste's smile appears in your mind. Damn it. You slowly make your way out of your room. But the hallway is nearly pitch black. You can barely see a few inches ahead of you. You have to watch your step to avoid tripping. Oh, hi. You run into Flintheart, who is slowly walking up the stairs. Even this close, it's hard to see his expression in the darkness. Sorry, I just heard.
Right, I forgot you to,
His words trail off. Is everything okay? No.
Yes, no. Yeah.
No. That's a big no from the big dog. Sorry, I'm just gonna... You awkwardly shimmy past Flintheart to head down the stairs. He doesn't move out of your way. It's clear his mind is elsewhere. You arrive at the dining room, but you don't see Celeste anywhere. Honestly, though, it's hard to tell with how dark the room is. Celeste? Are you still here? You don't receive an answer. You remember hearing someone slam the front door earlier. Your eyes are drawn to the tavern entrance. Celeste? No answer. Celeste, where are you? Oh, hey.
Ugh.
The merchant you spoke with before steps out of his shop holding a lantern. He appears to be irritated by all the noise you've been making.
Oh, you're that kid from before. Do you have any idea what time it is? This isn't the city. You can't just make a bunch of noise like this.
Right, sorry. I was just looking for Celeste.
Who?
Celeste McCoy. She's Flintheart's daughter. He doesn't have a daughter, does he?
I can't see.
The merchant's expression becomes a little colder. Do you know them?
That damn mage. Taking our jobs. What do you want with that bastard?
What?
Those two probably woke up half the street with all their yelling. I don't need you keeping us up too. If I hear any more noise, I'm calling the town guard.
Before you can get a word in, the merchant walks back into his home in a huff. You look around, but you still don't see any sign of Celeste. You decide to continue searching.
I can't believe I said those things to her. She'll never forgive me for this.
I see your temper is as short as ever, Flintheart.
You!
Honestly, how do you live in this darkness? Look so.
What are you doing here? And how dare you bring that witchcraft into my home?
You've been busy lately. Your little rallies have gained quite a lot of support. Too much support for my family's liking.
And what? You came all this way to convince me to stop?
You have my word. If you stop spreading dissidence, no harm will come to you or your family.
Oh, your word is as good as the dirt you lick off of King Olivia's boots. As if I'd ever trust the words of a murderer like you.
Flintheart, please. As someone you once called a friend, I'm only going to ask you one time.
Friend? Friend? I'll be dead in the ground before I ever call the likes of you a friend. Get out of my house. I don't have time for your nonsense.
Unfortunately, I don't think you'll have much time for anything.
Gah!
Damn it. Damn it! Flintheart, you fool! Why couldn't you have just listened to me? Rudolph, I require your assistance.
Yes, sir? I've a scaled lord. What did you do? You killed him.
Alert the town guard. Tell them that you saw his daughter fleeing the scene. I'm sure their neighbors heard them arguing with each other. They'll immediately suspect her.
At once, sir.
You've been searching for Celeste for a while. How long have you been outside? 2 hours? 3? However long it's been, it's clearly taking a toll on you. Where is she?
What am I going to do now?
You hear a faint voice. Could it be? Oh. As you peer behind an old tree, you finally find her. She looks just as tired as you are, probably even more so. Her eyes are puffy and red, but she's doing her best to hide it with a smile. I've been looking all over for you.
Oh, sorry. I'm guessing we woke you up.
Oh man, the voice is really taking its toll on you.
Listen, I'm committed to the bit. If I wake up tomorrow and I can't speak, it's fine.
Alright. Yeah. Is everything okay?
It's nothing. It was just an argument.
But from the way she reacted, this is clearly not common. You suppose that it's none of your business. Decide not to pry further.
Have you been looking for me all this time?
I have.
Thank you. But I'm okay now. You should head back.
What about you?
I think I'm gonna stay out here a little.
Oh man.
Ugh.
I think I'm gonna stay out here a little longer.
Damn. Pollen season really is bad. You know you should mind your own business, but I'm sure whatever happened between you two, it's nothing you can't talk out. Well, to be fair, I don't think he's gonna do much of any talking anymore, but it doesn't happen a lot. But sometimes Miss Timora and I get into fights too. But no matter what happens, we are always able to talk through it. Sorry, I know it's none of my business, but
No, I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Aww.
You're right. Let's go back.
What? You arrive back at the McCoy Tavern, but it's now surrounded by several carriages and knights clad in plate armor. Is that the Spanish Inquisition?
What? Spanish?
The Arcane Inquisition. Sorry, not Spanish. They're an order of knights that investigate crimes committed using magic. As you say the word crimes, you and Celeste share a glance and come to the same realization. Both of you rush towards the tavern, but Celeste outpaces you by a large margin.
What? No.
No! She reaches the tavern before you, and before anyone can stop her, she takes a look inside the inn. Whatever she saw makes her cry out in anguish. She drops to the ground in tears. Oh my god.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Jesus. I'm taking this guy. This guy's
Aye.
cool.
There she is. Celeste McCoy, by the authority of Wyvern God Crown, I'm placing you under arrest.
Upon seeing Celeste, one of the knights steps forward and grabs her. Surprisingly, she's able to break free from his grip and tries to push further into the tavern. Noticing the commotion, 3 other knights rush to grab her and begin dragging her away. She kicks and screams against them, desperately trying to break free. Even between the 3 knights, it's taking all their strength to subdue her. What are you doing here? What is going on here?
Tyrion.
Miss Timora approaches you. You breathe a small sigh of relief when you see that she's okay. Miss Timora.
Boh, I should have known that he was one of yours. Just stay out of our way.
Miss Timora, what's going on? Why is the Inquisition here?
I'm surprised myself. But from what I understand, Flintheart McCoy has been murdered.
Murdered? Yeah. There's no data there. Okay. Yep. Uh-huh.
Fun.
You follow the Inquisition back to the city where Celeste is being detained. According to Miss Timora, Celeste was the prime suspect in Flintheart's murder. And due to the supposed nature of the crime, her case would be pushed to trial immediately. But many elements of the situation still don't make sense. The Inquisition only investigates crimes committed using magic. So why is Celeste their prime suspect? Could she be a mage? This is ridiculous. She has a right to speak to an attorney. Anyways, you find yourself met with another hurdle. A very frustrating one.
Yeah, well, we can't let you see her until she's been processed.
Her trial is in an hour. How has she not been processed yet?
I don't know what to tell you, kid. I wish I could help.
You don't need to use the eye to know that's a complete lie.
So you're really planning on defending her? Do you know if she can even afford a lawyer?
I just can't stand here and do nothing. You saw them, didn't you? There's no way she would murder her father like that.
I know that look. I was saving this for a special occasion, but...
Oh, okay. A magical runestone that allows you to take pictures of crime scenes and write notes telepathically. Every attorney has one. It's almost like a badge for them. This is... I'm gonna present my badge to everyone! An attorney's runestone.
If you're going to defend her, you're going to need one.
You begin to tear up. You've wanted one of these ever since you were a child. It's basically a badge of honor for attorneys.
Don't cry, Cuthbert.
Sorry.
Anyways, keep one thing in mind. If you try to defend her, the Inquisition isn't going to fight you fairly. Our court system only exists to create the illusion of justice. They hate people like us, and they'll do everything in their power to sabotage you.
Damn it. You knew that they'd try to get in your way, but you didn't expect them to do it this blatantly.
Oh, what's with all this noise?
You're that knight from the tavern.
That's Commander Orim White to you, kid.
Am I pronouncing that right?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Orim, yeah.
Yeah.
I had a feeling Timor would be sniffing around this case. I didn't expect her to send a kid to do our dirty work.
Commander, he says he wants to talk to the mage.
And she's got a right to an attorney, doesn't she?
Oh, well, she hasn't been processed.
Commander White looks confused for a moment.
The hell kind of bullshit are you trying to pull? Let him through, you idiot!
Yes, sir.
The knight leads you through the halls of the dungeon. For something built in the capital, it looks extremely old and decrepit. Oh. Yeah, I would imagine so.
Yeah, probably.
I would imagine so. You pick up the negative emotions of the prisoners nearby. It's a heavy and almost crushing feeling. You've always had to avoid crowded places because of how sensitive you are to people's thoughts. You've never felt this much concentrated despair before. Well...
Oh! It's you!
Celeste is lying down on the cold floor of one of the dungeon cells. On the floor?
Oh, okay.
Bro, come on. But she immediately gets up as soon as she sees you.
What are you doing here?
This time Mora told me about what happened to your father. I'm so sorry.
I just don't understand. I don't understand any of this. Why would someone do this? And why are they blaming me for it?
I'm not sure about the details, but it's clear that there were elements of magic involved in what happened. Since they arrested you based on that evidence, I can conclude only one thing. Celeste, you're a mage, aren't you?
There's no sense in hiding it anymore. Yes, I am.
Do you have noble blood?
Of course not. Why would you say that?
Sorry, but the ability to use magic is hereditary. Most mages tend to have some kind of noble blood.
I honestly don't like thinking about that. I'm the daughter of Jolene and Flintheart McCoy. That's all I need to know about myself.
It'll probably be best not to push the matter any further. Anyway, you're probably arrested because you're a mage.
What?
A crime was committed using magic, and you were the only mage around at the time.
Is that seriously the only reason? I only know how to cast one spell. It's the one that kills people.
That would be our luck, wouldn't it? The Arcane Inquisition doesn't care about the truth. They only care about closing their cases. Celeste, your case is being pushed to a trial. You're going to be brought before a judge within the hour.
What? No one told me anything.
Damn it, they weren't even planning on telling her? If you'll have me, I'd like to be your defense counsel for the trial.
Right, I forgot that you were an attorney.
It's those Benadryls.
Oh, that's terrible. That's so terrible.
What?
The Benadryls?
Do you not know that? If you take Benadryls often, you're more likely to develop dementia.
Oh, no, that's not where I thought you were going with the Benadryl bit.
Oh, what did you think I was going for?
Drugging them and, you know.
No! No!
Wanna do a little Cosby action?
No! Stop! Oh, that is not where I was going with that. Oh my god, bro. You're a wild one.
Would you really do that for me?
Not the thing that Dante suggested. After everything I've seen them do, I can't just stand by and do nothing.
But they're a part of a kingdom. Do you have any chance? It's hopeless.
Celeste, man, king, or god, I won't let them do anything to you.
What?
Sorry, it's just something I have a habit of saying.
No, don't apologize. I really appreciate you doing this.
It's clear this entire situation is bittersweet for her. Because of the Inquisition's delays, you haven't had any time to investigate the crime scene. You were confident before, but you begin to doubt whether or not you can really do this.
Everything is happening so fast, it feels unreal.
No, you have to do this. This is the exact reason why you became a lawyer. No matter what happens, you'll quit Celeste. Here we go. A courtroom. I'm in a real courtroom. Actually, entering the courtroom has taken a lot of wind out of your sails. You've never been here as an attorney before. You've only ever acted as Miss Tymora's assistant. Okay.
You want me to be the attorney as well since you're already playing? Or I guess the prosecutor?
Yes.
Okay.
I wonder what voice you're gonna give her.
Wow, she's fucking 18? Oh boy.
The one that the prosecutor's been it's literally going to be, like, you're going to speak at a pitch that only dogs can hear. She's staring at me. Miss Tymora mentioned her before you went to see Celeste. What was her name again? You think it was Arya Steelwind. You can feel the coldness of her glare borrowing into you. Why is she staring you down? Is she trying to intimidate you? Because it's working! Oh my god.
Holy shit.
Court is now in session for the trial of Celeste McCoy.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Sure. Why not?
I only got one high-pitched voice in me. I can't do.
You know what? Then, do you want to play Tyrion for a little bit?
No, I got it.
Okay. The defense is also ready, Your Honor.
He doesn't necessarily sound very ready.
Regardless, let's begin the proceedings. Prosecutor Steelwind, please list the charges.
The defendant is Celeste McCoy, a mercenary for hire and a registered mage.
Wait, did she just say mercenary?
Yeah, I had to take up a job after my family's tavern was shut down.
Oh, right. That's not exactly the first occupation you'd choose.
She's charged with second-degree murder and negligent misuse of the arcane arts.
I see. So there was magic involved.
Yes, the crime occurred within the McCoy Tavern, a local inn that shut down years ago. The locals reported hearing a loud commotion coming from within the building. Hours later, a carriage driver that was nearby checked for disturbance. It was then that he found the victim, the defendant's sword still impaling his dead body. Wait, sorry, hold on. Currently, like, still impaling, as in...
It's still inside of him? I don't...
Like, continuing to... Okay, whatever. The Inquisition has provided an autopsy report and a record of the sword.
Okay. Died after being stabbed from behind with a magical blade. Fatal wound shows heavy traces of transmutation magic. I have a feeling that when we go back to Celeste, we're gonna see a little
I'm
transmutation
pretty sure
thing.
she is transmutation.
Like
magic.
like in her little character profile, it's gonna be.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's been there. This whole it was literally her sword, apparently.
Celeste. That's weird. Celeste sword, the alleged murder weapon. It's an ornately designed sword, but it has no magical properties. Okay. What was the defendant's relationship with the victim? I see that they share the same last name.
The defendant is the victim's daughter, but not by blood. She was adopted into a family when she was an infant. Her birth parents are currently unknown.
I see. What an unfortunate turn of events.
To begin, the prosecution would like to call Commander Orem White to the stand.
You know, now I kind of want to give, that this voice would not fit at all, but I'm going to do it for at least a few lines. You'll see what I'm doing.
Okay. Witness, please state your name and occupation for the court.
Name's Orem White. I'm a commander of the Arcane Inquisition.
Orem, could you please testify about the details of the Inquisition's investigation?
I'm doing a Dick Gumshoe.
Gotcha, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that's side profile. Holy shit.
Bro, he's so old.
We got
Hold on, I need to remember what actual voice I gave him. Fuck it, I'll do Gumshoe for one testimony.
We got a call late at night. Someone discovered a dead body inside the McCoy tavern. When we arrived at the scene, we found Flynn McCoy dead on the floor. The defendant's sword was still inside of him. We have several witnesses who heard the victim and defendant in a loud argument before the body was discovered. The argument must have turned ugly because the defendant killed the victim using a magic sword.
Isn't that really incriminating? One of her possessions is the murder weapon.
Mr. Cuthbert, you may begin your cross-examination.
You open your mouth to respond, but nothing comes out. You can't think of anything to say. Everything is blank.
Mr. Cuthbert!
Hey, what are you doing? This is the part where you say something, right?
I'm sorry, I don't... Your anxiety is just getting worse, and your breaths are becoming more and more desperate. Are you hyperventilating?
What a disappointment. I was hoping to fight against the infamous Ruby Timora today. But it's clear you can't even hold a candle to her. Your Honor, it's clear the defense has nothing to say against the prosecution's overwhelming evidence.
Yeah, this case is pretty open and shut.
No, wait. This isn't what's supposed to happen.
I'm sorry, Tyrion. I couldn't acquit Frey. She was found guilty.
What? But that means... Are they going to execute her? No. Not again. Are you seriously going to let that happen again?
Tyrion!
Okay, well, I guess we're gonna get Tutorial Chan up in here, telling us what to do. Celeste grabs your shoulders and shakes you out of your panic.
You need to calm down!
Her gaze is calm and focused, despite the gravity of the situation, but she looks stern, not angry. I'm sorry, I didn't mean for this to...
Stop! Just listen to me! You know what to do, right? Just do it the same way you play chess!
And yes, her character profile does say transmutation. God damn it. What?
Use the horsey!
Oh my god.
I don't know, you were just so calm and focused when we were playing before.
Horsey, use water gun! Oh shit, wait, no, that's not...
No matter how close I got to beating you, you always do it to stay calm and win. So just channel that feeling and look at the pieces.
Okay. That doesn't make any sense, and yet... You take a moment to focus and let everything disappear from the world. Every statement that he made, every word that came out of his mouth, each of those is a possible weakness that you can attack. Every bleak moment can be turned around. You just need to consider every angle. My apologies for the delay, Your Honor. The defense is ready to begin the is ready to begin cross-examining the witness. Oh my God! What a stutter! Very well.
Thank God that worked. There we go.
Carefully examine every statement he made and find something. Yep. Yep. I know. I'm aware. I know how this all works. Ooh. Okay, no, there is something different here. Carefully examine each statement they made and find the statement that contradicts a clue, a spell, or a profile in your notes. Once you identify the false statement, click the present button and present the contradicting evidence to move forward. Now, I think I've already figured out the contradiction, but we're going to press. We're going to see what they have to say. At what time exactly did you get this call, and who discovered the body? Okay, you know what? It's going to be kind of awkward talking to myself, so I would like you to take over for Tyrion.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, you already read the line, so I'm just going.
The call came in at 1:25 a.m. As for the witness who discovered it, he wanted to remain incognito.
It's not unusual for a witness to stay anonymous. It's well within their right. But this would be a lot easier if you could question a witness directly. What happened when you arrived, Commander?
Found defendant's sword is still inside of him. Ouchies.
How did you know the sword was my client's?
If you look in your evidence, it clearly says Celeste's sword. I don't know. Her sword is made of some kind of special alloy. I think it was forged out of the country or something. It'd be hard to mistake something like that.
We also have several eyewitnesses who verified that the sword belonged to the defendant. She made no effort to hide it from the public. Quite the contrary, she was quite proud to show it off. But even if the sword belongs to my client, that doesn't necessarily mean that she was the one who stabbed him.
Yeah, well...
Okay.
How did I know it was my client and the victim that were arguing?
You were there, weren't you? You had to have heard them too. Every witness we talked to knew it was them.
Well... Your Honor, it's clear that the defense is playing devil's advocate. Even he should have recognized their voices.
What a look, dude. His eyes are red. Oh my God.
Well, they got you there. That's conjecture. Weren't there plenty of people around who could have committed the crime?
The tavern has been closed for years. The defendant, the victim, and Ruby Timora were the only ones there before the body was discovered. Plus, the murder weapon definitely belonged to her.
Well, it is a given that Miss Timora didn't do this, and it'll be hard to prove that someone else was at that crime scene. But he can't help but feel that there's something off about what he just said. You shouldn't have panicked so much before. His testimony is straightforward, but that will actually make this easier. Assuming that McCoy is innocent, and there has to be a flaw in his logic. You just need to compare every statement to each piece of evidence in your notes. Once you've had a contradiction, present that piece of evidence to the contradicting statement.
Did you figure it out?
Well, I'm pretty sure it's that last one, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is because sword itself has no magical properties.
Yeah. Wait a while, you testified that the victim was killed using the defendant's magical sword. Am I correct?
Yeah, it's pretty obvious when you look at the crime scene.
I think I'd actually have to disagree with you on that. The defendant's sword couldn't have possibly been the murder weapon.
What are you talking about, kid? The sword was inside his body. Of course that's what killed him.
That may be the case, but take a look at the autopsy report. It states that the fatal wound had heavy traces of magic. So how would a non-magical sword leave traces of magic on the body?
What?
To leave a trace like that, the wound would have had to have been created with something magical. My client's sword may look fancy and expensive, but it's entirely mundane.
That doesn't make a lick of sense. If the sword didn't kill him, then why was it in the body?
Yes, I find that quite strange as well.
Well, there's only one reasonable explanation, Your Honor. The wound was created magically, and someone shoved the sword into the wound afterward.
The hell are you talking about? The defendant is a damn mage. She could have easily killed the victim using magic.
That may be, Commander. But why would she kill the victim using magic and then stab him with her sword? She would just be incriminating herself. No, if anything, the series of events proves one thing. Someone used magic to kill the victim. And then they pushed my client's sword into the wound to frame her.
Objection!
Don't get ahead of yourself.
Just the very feminine voice to the fucking Boston accent that you've given her.
What? Your Honor, the defense is lying to spin the facts in her favor. His favor. He claims that a third party committed the crime and used a sword to frame a defendant. But wouldn't a simple explanation be this? Magic was being channeled through the sword at the time of death. That is what left a magical trace on the body. Commander, please tell the defense how the murder was committed using magic.
What? All right. I think I see where you're going with this. It's true that the sword itself isn't magical, but magic can still be channeled through it. The defendant over there, his spell compendium has a spell called Mage Blade. She must use it on her sword before stabbing the victim. That spell is the reason why there were traces of transmutation magic on the wound.
So her spell compendium contains a spell called oh my god. Her spell compendium contains a spell called Mage Blade.
I've had at least 10 of those this episode, so it's only fair that you get stumbled on one sentence.
A spell compendium is a magical device that lists every spell a mage can cast. Luckily, Celeste's compendium only contains one spell.
Let me guess, it's Mage Blade.
That means she can only cast that one spell. Celeste, do you have your spell compendium with you?
No, I left it at the tavern after. Well, you know.
Can't look at the description for Mage Blade. You'll have to approach us another way. Commander's testimony has a lot vaguer this time. If you can press his statements, you might be able to find new information that you can use against him.
Cool. Yeah, I've already been doing that.
Are you saying that my client used a spell and channeled it through her sword? There are a vast number of spells that operate like that. Spells from the School of Transmutation are almost always channeled through an object.
Okay.
Mage Blade?
It's a transmutation spell that sharpens my sword. I usually use it when I need to cut through an enemy's plate armor.
Well, that's not good.
You didn't realize that she had such a lethal lifestyle.
I mean, she is a mercenary.
I guess I was right where it's the one that kills things.
Yeah. Oh, man.
But anyways, would it be excessive for the defendant to use a spell like that on a victim? He wasn't wearing any kind of armor at the time of death. The victim and the defendant were in an intense argument. Perhaps she used the spell to fit a rage. It was a crime of passion, after all.
Well, that's not true because I heard her walk out, but we're the attorneys, so we can't really say that.
Yeah. That theory is a little far-fetched.
Like the Pokemon?
You'll need hard evidence if you want to disprove it.
Farfetch!
God damn it. Oh, but why would she go through... Why would she go to the trouble of doing that? Her sword alone would have been enough to commit the murder.
Mage is always looking for an excuse to throw their power around. There's no rhyme or reason to it.
Isn't that just your own personal bias, Commander? We don't need to understand why the defendant did what she did. The fact of the matter is that magic was present at the crime scene. Do you have any evidence of a contrary? You don't, yet.
Okay.
Use a spell like that, wouldn't that have created a trace of magic on the ground?
How so?
Well, let's say we follow the prosecution's theory. That would mean that the victim fell to the ground with a sword still inside him. At this point, Mage Blade would still be active, right? It would definitely leave a magical trace on the ground after making physical contact with it.
Already way ahead of you.
What a shit-eating grin. Oh my god.
We had other people scan the crime scene, and we found traces of transmutation magic right under the body, just like you said.
Oh.
If you still don't believe me, I have a picture of the crime scene right here.
Oh? Why was this picture not... Why was this picture not brought to my attention?
There was no need. The entire case is open and shut.
Well, let's take a look at it. What is that fighting pose? What are you...
I've seen pictures of a dead before, but it feels different now that the body is someone you knew.
Oh, man.
Looks like there are traces of magic on the ground. But the shape is a little weird, isn't it?
Is it? Oh. She saw something.
What was that just now? Oh.
She killed him with a stab from the front. Hold on. No, it was
Yeah,
from the
it was
back.
from the back. It was from the back.
But we're gonna press it first.
Right, that sort of does show that she was stabbed from the front.
She?
He... But why do you feel like there's something wrong with this picture?
Oh, that was it. Okay.
This would be a lot easier if you knew the parameters of Mage Blade. But perhaps you can get him to add statements or evidence to his testimony. The only thing that you can do now is press his statements.
Well, no, we got it.
Yeah, so it's just the last one. And then...
Objection!
Boom!
Sorry, Commander White. But it seems like you've presented another glaring contradiction.
Oh yeah? What's that?
You said that my client stabbed the victim from the front. Am I correct?
What are you, stupid or something? Yeah, you
Yes.
could literally see it right in the picture. So where's your contradiction, huh?
That's the thing, Commander.
All right. That's the thing, Commander. Your picture clearly shows that the victim was stabbed from the front, but the autopsy report says that he died from a stab from behind. What?
Objection!
Orm, you were supposed to... Ugh. Oh shit, I forgot it was like a Boston. Yeah. Oh god, I'm already looking forward to all the voices I'm gonna have to do. Fuck. Alright. Orm, you're supposed to... God damn it. Fuck, I gotta remember what a Bostonian sounds like now.
Bostonian?
Is it not what they're called? Bostonite?
Well, why'd you say Bostonian instead of Boston?
I don't
You
know.
know, whatever. Just think of Gumshoe. Just think of Gumshoe.
Gotcha, yeah. Orm, you're supposed to release everything that you had.
There you go.
Why wasn't this photo given to me?
There was no need. There's no way it could have been anyone other than that damn mage.
Murmurs ring out across the gallery. It didn't matter how corrupt the justice system was. They won't be able to cover up such blatant incompetence. You have them right where you want them. Order! Order in the court! Mr. Cuthbert, what is the meaning of this? I'll tell you what the meaning behind this is, Your Honor. As the autopsy report states, the victim died from a stab wound originating from his back. But this photo clearly shows that the sword entered from his front. This can only mean one thing. The sword was inserted into the wound after the fatal wound had already been created.
That's crazy! Do you honestly expect us to believe that?
Then please enlighten me, Commander White. How else would the sword be facing the opposite way? Do you think my client stabbed the victim with the hilt of her sword?
Give me some skill.
Skill diff. I didn't think so. What really happened is clear. The real murderer stuck the sword through the victim's wound to implicate my client. But they made a careless mistake and stuck the sword through the opposite side.
Objection!
It appears I underestimated you, Mr. Cuthbert. But you've still got ahead of yourself.
Really, Miss Steelwind? I believe that Mr. Cuthbert has adequately cast doubt on your case.
Oh, did he now? Then let me ask you one question, Mr. Cuthbert. If your client didn't kill oh god, what is my problem today?
Bro.
If your client didn't kill Flintheart McCoy, then who did?
How should I know? If I'm not mistaken, it's the commander's job to figure that out.
Oh, I'm well aware of the commander's incompetence.
Damn.
One fact still stands. There was magic detected on the wound and the sword. Would you like for me to tell you how many mages live in that small town?
You don't like where she's going with this.
Just one. There's only one registered mage in that entire town.
Yeah, but only one registered. What about unregistered?
Oh, we got into the illegal mages now?
Yeah.
And that mage is your client.
What?
The defendant was also established to have been with the victim hours before his death. She was the last known person with him, and she's the only mage there. In addition to that, I have several witnesses who heard them arguing. How she murdered the victim is simply an unanswered question.
I see. That certainly does change matters. I can't say that the prosecution's evidence is irrefutable, but there is still evidence that casts guilt upon the defendant. Damn it, you almost had them. There are far too many unanswered questions for me to pass a verdict. We will give law enforcement time to clear these unknowns. I suggest that they conduct their investigation more thoroughly this time. We will resume the trial tomorrow morning. Court is adjourned. Wow, that was quick.
Well, to be fair, we did just jump in right at the end.
You know, that is true.
Hello, Cuthbert.
As you walk out of the courtroom with Celeste, you are greeted by Miss Timora. Miss Timora, you're here? You recall how you froze up during the first cross-examination. You feel a little ashamed that your mentor saw all of that.
Well, at the end of the day, you were able to pull it together. And once you did that, you performed adequately. On that note, I wanted to give you this.
Okay.
Oh,
Mage
well, I'm
Blade,
glad-
are you fucking serious? God damn it. Come on. Come on.
Oh, there's... Oh, boy. Oh, my nightmare begins.
My spell compendium!
I swiped it from the dining area before the Inquisition arrived. I thought it'd be best for you to have it.
So, this is your spell compendium, and it only has one spell. Fucking Mage Blade. How do you explain this?
Mage Blade!
This means that the prosecution has to prove that Celeste used that specific spell.
It will restrict how they approach this case, which gives you an edge over them. But that prosecutor is really something else.
You mean Prosecutor Steelwind? You can still remember her ripping glare. It gives you chills just thinking about it.
You wouldn't even know it, but this was also her first trial.
Really?
I thought that her inexperience would make her a good first opponent. But that girl, she's natural in the courtroom. Makes me wonder why a Steelwind would choose to become an attorney in the first place.
Lore?
What do you mean?
We're about to get some lore!
Steelwinds are a powerful noble house. Of a noble families, they're one of the few who answer directly to the king. Oh. Most members of their house take high-ranking positions in the kingdom's military. So it's a bit strange that she chose to become a prosecutor despite that.
Steelwind. I feel like I've heard it somewhere before.
In any case, it's best that you focus on the trial. You have about a day until court resumes.
Right, now that I have time, I'd like to ask you some questions, Celeste. Namely about that argument you had with your father.
Oh!
You see the bailiff staring dagger... That is spelled incorrectly. Staring daggers at Celeste. It looks like they're waiting to take her back to her cell. Whatever questions you have for her will have to wait.
I should probably go.
Celeste walks away while avoiding eye contact with you. Great. Bringing up her argument with Flintheart may have struck a nerve. I'll also use this opportunity to investigate the crime scene. I won't be surprised if the Inquisition missed something.
You utterly embarrassed them today. Don't expect them to make the same mistake. Don't expect them to make the same mistake twice.
That was crazy, bro. Right, there are still a lot of things we don't know about.
As much as I hate to admit it, your skills of deduction are far past mine.
Whoa, that is... Oh my god, wow. Okay.
If anyone can figure out what really happened that night, it's you.
Just praise out of nowhere? Okay.
Main character of the game.
You arrive back at the McCoy Tavern. Luckily for you, the Inquisition set up a teleportation circle for you to use. With that
That's
circle,
convenient.
you could magically teleport between the capital and the crime scene instantaneously. Holy shit, that's convenient.
Yeah, it's very
Oh my
convenient.
god. It's definitely miles better than having to travel by carriage. Oh, it's you. What are you doing here? You can take Tyrion for a bit.
Alright. Commander White takes notice of you as you enter the tavern. It looks like he's working with a team of knights to investigate the crime scene. I'm a defense attorney in this case.
I know. I was literally there like 20 minutes ago.
You're
or
the
something.
investigator on this case.
I know that too.
This is a crime scene. Did you know that?
Oh my god, yes, I did.
I have just as much right to investigate this crime scene as you do.
What did you say this was again? Yeah, whatever. Just remember, I got my eye on you, kid.
You only got one eye?
Oh my god. That was so bad. You should feel ashamed of yourself.
Oh, can we look at the Mage Blade for a second? 'Cause there's like a whole bunch of there's like stats and
What is this, a D&T character page?
there's incantation, gesture, duration, concentration. What the?
Concentration, yes?
Yeah,
What the hell
this-
does that mean?
That is a D&D term, but I don't know what it means in this context.
I thought you would have known that. You're like a huge D&D
Well,
nerd.
yeah. Well, basically, what it means is that like you can only focus it on that spell for the duration, and if you get hit, you have to like roll to see if you break the spell.
Oh, okay. Okay. For the duration of the spell, the edges of this object, usually a blade, become unnaturally sharp, making it more effective at slashing through tough material. While under the effects of this spell, the object emits a yellow radiant glow. The target object must be no larger than a 5-foot cube.
Yeah, that's very
Well.
D&D.
Well, I mean, do we have a height on this guy? If he's taller than 5 feet, then I'd say it's a pretty done deal. But anyway, hey, did you know that I'm an attorney?
Oh yeah, that's crazy. What do you think about this?
I don't know what you're expecting me to say.
Look at my
Not
badge.
much to say about. Yes,
I'm an attorney.
I
Look at
see. I see a badge. Yes,
I just
it's
got it today.
there
Isn't
on-
it cool?
Yeah. Yes, I see it on your chest there.
Be best to try something else.
Okay,
Oh my word.
hilarious.
The autopsy report seems to be pretty detailed in some aspects and vague in others. Why is that?
I'm not sure about the details, but the autopsy was performed by a mage who studies divination. The magic gives us details about how someone dies, but there's always a few blind spots.
Blind spots? Like what?
Well, for one thing, if someone mucks around with the body after death, the report becomes muddled. Divination magic can tell what happened to the body, but not in what order and at what times.
But someone definitely stabbed Flynn's body with Celeste's sword.
So, you're telling me that in this world we have fucking magic and shit, but we can't figure out what time the body died?
Well, no, it's
That's
like
crazy. Well, I mean, it is medieval. It is medieval. Yeah, it is medieval.
Yeah.
What am I saying?
If what he's saying is true, it'll be that much harder to figure out what kind of weapon originally killed him.
Anyway. Look at this sword.
That's a very cool sword.
That mage's sword is really... Whoa. That mage's sword really is strange. Doctor Strange. It's almost a shame that we had to confiscate it.
That sword's a doctor?
God damn it.
Is it really that abnormal?
I mean, a sword being a doctor is pretty abnormal, I mean, I'd say, but it's definitely not like any kind of doctor I've seen. I wonder if it was forged in the Eastern Kingdoms.
Ah, Eastern medicine. That's why it's like a different doctor.
Oh my god.
What do you think about this? I didn't even see what you showed him.
I don't give a shit.
Alright.
I've never seen a real spell compendium before. I'm still not exactly sure how they work.
Noob. Well, spell compendiums are magical devices that display exactly what spells a mage can cast. You could probably guess, but the Inquisition uses these things all the time.
Right, having that information is definitely a blessing for the defense and the prosecution.
Well, we're not done presenting yet. We gotta present just a little bit more. And then we'll actually... Nope.
Oh, really? He doesn't have anything to say about Mage Blade. Interesting.
No. What do you think about me?
What have you got me?
I never knew Timora had a kid. Why have I never seen you before?
I tend to stay inside a lot. As a child, you couldn't control the Eye of Horus that well. Hearing the myriad of thoughts from a large crowd tended to be overwhelming for you.
I've only ever seen her as a ruthless lawyer. It's hard to imagine a woman like that taking care of a kid.
Well, she was just as ruthless as a guardian.
Oh. I'm assuming that it's just gonna... Oh, nope.
Oh. I have to ask, did something happen between you and Miss Timora?
Ha! Miss Timora. What are you, her lackey or something?
No, actually, she's my guardian.
Oh, I didn't even know she had a... It's weird.
Oh, did we sequence break this?
I'm gonna blame it on the Benadryls. Look, kid, I don't know what the deal is between you two, but no good will ever come from associating with her.
This is about the rumors, isn't it? Oh, wait, what rumors? Oh, here we go. After the years, there have been several insidious rumors surrounding Miss Timora. She's been accused of forgery, blackmail, and all manner of illegal activities.
Miles Edgeworth?
It's clearly misinformation spread by an ability to discredit her. She's always been fine with it, but you can't help but get angry on her behalf.
It's more than just rumors. I've seen it for myself. That woman is evil, kid.
She defends mages joined under the protection of the nobility. She's not evil, she's a hero.
Yeah, whatever.
This guy. He has such a nice beard.
He does.
Nope,
Really?
nothing.
Okay.
Nope, nothing to say about the victim. What do you have to say about yourself? Really?
Nothing.
Huh.
Cool.
What do you have to say about... Wait, did I present
Oh,
her?
she's... Nah, no, you didn't.
I never expected a girl like that to be a mercenary. But I also never would have expected her to be a murderer either.
She's not a murderer, and I'll prove it at the trial tomorrow.
Yeah, whatever you say, kid.
Look, I'm an attorney. You see this attorney's badge? I'm gonna
Yes,
do it.
I know you're an attorney!
I hear that this is Prosecutor Steelwind's first trial.
What, was it your first trial too? Are you gonna tell me you're an
Yes,
attorney
actually,
again?
I'm an attorney, yes.
Oh my
How did you
God.
know? She must be pretty talented if that's true.
Pain in my ass is what she is. That damn noble comes in here telling me how to do my job. I honestly have no idea what she's even doing in this line of work.
She's a mage from a noble house, isn't she? She must be a pretty powerful mage.
Ha! Powerful's an understatement. Any one of the steel winds could turn this entire town into a glass crater.
What? There's no way that's true, right?
Yeah, it is. Ah.
I was wondering if I could ask you some questions about the case.
No! Ha! As if I'd help the likes of you. I saw who your boss is and I know what you're up to. That witch probably sent you here to con me.
What? I'm just looking for some information.
Unlikely story.
He was cooperative before when he let you see Celeste. Why is he being so stubborn now? Is he angry that you embarrassed him in court today?
How petty.
In any case, you won't get anywhere at this rate. If you want his help, you'll need to persuade him through an argument.
Ooh, one of these sections. Okay.
Oh.
Psychological profiles. It helps to prepare before starting an argument with someone. Talk to Orem or present items to him to build a psychological profile for him. If you successfully fill the profile gauge, you'll receive more information during any arguments against him. Well, damn. I wish I had talked to him first before presenting
just
stuff.
speed run the rest of his
Yep.
stuff.
Yep. Let me just do this real quick.
Yeah. Maybe go straight for like Timora.
Let's see. There we go.
There we go. Cool. All right.
Nice catch on that one.
Yeah. Yeah. And then probably maybe Steelwind.
Yeah, he does seem to have a bit of a grudge against her,
Yeah.
so that probably adds.
Also, her
something.
magic is evocation, apparently, whatever that means in this world. Oh, really nothing.
What?
Just evocation magic.
What does that mean?
Fireball.
Oh.
Yeah, like very destructive magic.
Oh damn. Man,
what
now I want to play D&D. Holy shit. Oh, I've tried it once, and it was okay, but I think now that I've gotten into voice acting, I want to try it again.
No, that's fair.
No, you didn't say
No, there was stuff about us, yeah. Oh, no, maybe not. Maybe the autopsy?
I think I
Or did we already
tried
try that? Yeah.
Maybe the spell book.
Endium, yeah.
Maybe-
Are there new questions that we can ask him? Oh, there are.
Oh. Wait, help is an
the
argument.
Inquisition of
it'll-
Mages. We haven't done the first two yet.
Well,
yeah.
I think this is like a tutorial thing, right?
Well, that's once we built up like the psychological profile. I think is when we do
Oh,
that.
so we should just, okay.
Yeah. So what does the Arcane Inquisition do exactly?
You trying to pick a fight with me?
No, I'm just genuinely curious.
Well, I'm sure you already know, but us Inquisitors investigate crimes that involve magic.
Crimes like this happen often? You know, magic crimes?
Nah, maybe once in a blue moon.
Crimes of the magic variety?
Cusco's poison. The poison for Cusco.
It makes sense. Most mages are of the nobility, after all.
Cusco's poison. The poison for Cusco. That poison? Yeah, that poison.
Even if they are, even if they're untouchable, they don't make a habit of getting into trouble with the law. You must have an easy job then.
Huh, you got that right. The only reason we exist is to clean up the nobility's messes.
He doesn't seem happy about that.
Ah.
There we go. Commander White, you seem to speak negatively about my client's magic. Do you have a personal grudge against mages?
You're damn right I do.
Wow, he didn't even try to deny it.
And if you had any sense, you would too. All a mage has to do is wave their hand and say some magic nonsense. then you suddenly have a dead body on the ground. Don't get me started on Mage Blight. If some noble uses their magic too much, they end up snapping and going on a rampage.
Oh, fun. I don't know if this is going too far. But why join the Inquisition if you hate mages so much? Considering the fact that,
That my job is to sweep the nobility's crimes under the rug?
Sorry, I didn't mean to insinuate.
Nope, you have the right of it. Anytime a noble is involved in a case, I'm ordered to look the other way.
You don't seem very happy to do that. Why do you stay in this line of work?
Because every once in a while, I'm allowed to put a criminal mage behind bars. We can't go after the nobles, but any other mage is fair game. Or at least they were before your boss showed up.
Your boss? Does he have something against Miss Timora?
Hey. Nice.
Hey.
All right. Well,
So now I think we can argue. Oh, there's more though. I have to ask.
No.
Oh,
That's
it's just the same thing?
same dialogue.
Okay, cool.
Yep. It's time to.
Commander White seems unusually hostile towards you. And you have a feeling it's not just because you embarrassed him in court today. If you can clear up his misunderstanding, you might be able to convince him to help you.
Yup.
Alright, I'm just gonna come out and say it. I'm an attorney, you're an investigator.
What are you gonna say next? Is
this
Arya
is a crime
Steelwind
scene.
a prosecutor?
Yes. How'd you know?
All right. Commander White is stubborn and stuck in his ways. He seems to have a grudge against Ruby Timora and will react negatively if you try to defend her. However, he will respect you if you defend yourself against personal attacks.
Do you have a problem? Do you have a problem with me, Commander White?
You stutter. You should know exactly what my problem is with you. I saw who you work for. Do I have to spell it out for you? Ruby Timor is a crooked lawyer, or does your boss not tell you what she gets up to?
Oh.
Arguments are not always fought using hard evidence. Sometimes you need to elocute to convince your opponent that their claim is wrong. When prompted for an elocution, almost read that as electrocution. Choose from one of the three possible choices. The correct response can be gleaned from reading your opponent's psychological profile. You have no right to throw baseless You have no right to throw oh my god, baseless accusation against me or Miss Timora. Regardless of what Miss Timora has done, I'm the one heading this case. Doesn't matter how you feel about me or Miss Timora. What matters is that my client deserves a fair trial with fair representation.
I think deflect.
He's stubborn and stuck in his ways. If he's stuck in his ways, he's not going to care if we rationalize it. So yeah, deflect.
Yeah, I'd say deflect. That sounded like a good thing. Regardless of what Miss Timora has done, I'm the one heading this case. Whatever problems you have with her, they have nothing to do with me.
Nice.
That still doesn't change the fact that you work for her. I've seen that woman do all kinds of shady shit in the cases I've worked. Forgery, bribery, blackmail, you name it. You're just another crook. I bet you're just the same. A successor for the devil of defense attorneys.
Alright. I'm not Ruby Timora. Regardless of what you've seen her do, I'm going to run an honest case. Me being her successor has nothing to do with it. Forgery, bribery, blackmail. Have you ever seen me do any of those things? Because all I've done so far is point out the mistakes you've made. I'm going to go with defend on this one.
Yeah, I think defend is correct.
We gotta respect. He'll respect us if we defend ourselves against personal attacks.
I'm not Ruby Timora. Doesn't matter if the rumors are true or not. Regardless of what you've seen her do, I'm gonna run an honest case as a defense attorney.
Look, kid, I'd like nothing more than to believe you. And yes, I know you're a defense attorney. You've told me for the 5th time now. But after everything I've seen her do, I know better. I have no reason to trust you. Anyone taught by that woman can't be anything more than a crook.
You have no proof that she's a crook, and you sure don't have any proof that I'm one either. Nothing that I've done has given you any reason to suspect me. Have you seen me engage in any crook-like behavior? I'm honestly not sure about this one, but
It's definitely not the first one.
I would say probably deflect.
I'd probably say rationalize, honestly.
He's stubborn and stuck in his ways. If he hasn't seen us do anything, then he'll be more likely to believe us.
Yeah. Hey, there we go. Her way of teaching me was ruthless, I'll give you that. But the only thing that she taught me was how to practice law. Have you seen me engage in any crook-like behavior?
Nice.
Hey, we did it.
More like you did it. You got all the right answers. You just want some info, right?
Yes, that's all I'm asking for.
All right, I'll answer your questions. Just don't make me regret this.
You successfully persuaded a warm white. Hooray.
Yay.
Oh. This probably goes without saying, but I don't believe that the sword is the murder weapon.
Right, I guess you have to prove that someone else put the sword there.
Did the Inquisition find anything suspicious on the scene?
If you're asking if we found another bloody weapon lying around, we definitely didn't.
That would be a little too convenient, wouldn't it?
But let's say that the girl really is being framed. If there was another murder weapon, the killer probably walked out with it.
Do you think they could have hidden it somewhere in the tavern?
Doubt it. After the trial, Steelwind turned the place upside down and scanned it with her magic. If someone did hide a murder weapon here, they hid it well.
Or they hid it in plain sight. I can't believe you made such an obvious mistake during your investigation.
Oh, shut it with that. I already got an earful from Steelwind about that mess. Well, you don't have to worry about me mucking things up. Steelwind's basically taken over the entire investigation.
Oh wait, does she have authority to do that?
Normally she wouldn't, but I know better than to go against orders from a noble.
Right, there's definitely a strange power dynamic between them.
But honestly, that girl sweats the details too much. She even had my men draw up a scaled map of the crime scene.
Wait, really? Do you have a copy?
Sure, knock yourself out. Don't know how much good it'll do you.
Oh, if I know anything from Ace Attorney games, maps are very fucking useful.
Let's take a look at that.
Yeah. Is that it?
Yeah. It doesn't
Isn't
show. It doesn't show where the
Yeah.
body was, but I'm assuming that in the trial.
Yeah, I mean, that 5 foot by 5 foot thing is definitely important because the thing only works in a 5 foot cube.
Yeah.
I think there was like one more question.
Oh yeah, there was.
I heard that this was Professor. Professor. I heard that this was Prosecutor Steelwood's first trial.
Professor Edgeworth.
She must be pretty talented if that's true.
Have you seen that meme?
I've not. No.
Oh my god, I need to send that to you later. It's from the Ace Attorney anime, but it's like the bloopers and the outtakes.
Oh, I've probably seen it at one point. Then I fucking love those bloopers.
Whoa, Professor? Hello, Gumshoe.
Professor Edgeworth. Poison.
Oh.
That was the same dialogue as before. I remember it. There's only one thing on my menu. Dick. Gumshoe.
I love this. Oh, wow. It's a painting of a mage, and there's some text on it. Somalia Samala Doglian, a legendary practitioner of the arcane arts. He mysteriously disappeared one day.
I bet he's gonna show up later in this game.
Probably. It's rumored that he was developing a formula for a new transmutation spell. Oh, however, he was reckless in casting the spell, and Doglian quickly lost control of its magic. His body was never found. Many speculate that he didn't actually die during the accident. But if that's true, where did he end up?
He's the killer. The dude with the long ass hair.
Sounds like a cautionary tale against using magic.
That might explain why Flintheart keeps it in his tavern. Okay. The musician lit some candles, but there's a magical lamp right there. I wonder why they're not using those instead.
Oh, cool. It gives
Oh,
him the little
that's
check mark.
that's nice. I like that. There's a modern-looking lamp mounted on the wall. It's a lamp powered by artificery. I didn't expect to find something so sophisticated in a town like this.
Bah! Artificery is just another form of magic.
Shut up, Grandpa. Actually, artificery draws from surrounding ley lines, dude.
I didn't ask for a science lesson, kid. I don't give a shit. Anyways, look what artificery got these folks. The arcane power cell broken. They haven't had any power for weeks. Yup, nothing can beat good old Holy on the Flame.
No, you're probably scared of 5G mage towers.
I don't get that reference, but
It's fine.
the McCoy Inn Tavern is outfitted with several lamps powered by artificery. However, the Arcane power cell has been broken for weeks and the lamps can't be turned on. Huh.
Oh,
That's an interesting detail.
it isn't. It's probably just candles everywhere.
Who the hell is that?
Oh, it's a painting of a man in a suit. There's some text on it. Adam Evele, politician of the pedantic.
I've heard of this guy. He's some kind of politician from one of the nations west of here. I heard he's pretty much a shoo-in to win whatever election they have going there.
An election? Was Flintheart studying democracies for his little revolution? Yeah, all that's left is the body and whatever's next to it, yeah? There was a broken bottle on the floor. It shattered close to the chalk outline of the body. It labels the words lotus juice on it.
I've never heard of that brand before. Must be foreign.
Okay.
Cool. There was a chalk outline of a person on the ground of a tavern. This is probably where Flintheart died. Or maybe not.
No!
Who knows?
There's no way.
The outline matches the picture that the Inquisition took. Nothing seems out of place here.
Okay.
Is that
I think that's it.
everything? Do we? Oh,
There we go.
you think you think you found everything that you can here? But what does it all mean? There's no murder weapon to be found, and there's no obvious evidence of another person at the scene.
Hey, you okay? You got quiet all of a sudden.
All right, just focus. Close your eyes and let everything else disappear from the world.
Hey, you listening?
So, there's no clear evidence pointing to another killer. There is, however, evidence pointing to how Flintheart moved before his death.
What?
There's no blood trail leading to or from the body. What does this imply about the location of Flintheart's death? Oh.
Huh? Ooh.
Flintheart attacked Flintheart.
Flintheart attacked Flintheart before the murder.
Would obviously be the killer first, yeah.
The killer
The killer,
attacked Flintheart. I would say... Wait. What are we trying to say, though?
Probably the killer framed Celeste after the murder, maybe? That is technically what we know happened.
Yeah. No, let's go with that and see what happens.
No, there was no blood trail where Flintheart's body was at. The lack of a blood trail tells us something important. namely where Flintheart was at the murder. Okay, so Flintheart didn't move during the murder.
Oh, that's what we're going with. Oh,
I think.
I didn't know how to say it, but yeah, he died in place. He died where he died.
Stood.
That sounds that sounds stupid, but he died where he stood, basically.
Flintheart died where he was attacked.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. He didn't move from his position at all.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
There's also the autopsy report, which says he died from a stab from behind. He was probably caught off guard and was too incapacitated to move anywhere else. This meant that the attack happened at the exact position he fell over. Oh,
Died
did
at
it
the
get
V
updated?
marker. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll show
Good.
us. It'll show us where it is now. Yep. There
Yeah, there it is. Perfect. There's also a shattered bottle of lotus juice. I doubt it means anything, but the shattered bottle is right next to the body. I think he dropped the bottle during the attack. Yeah, Flintheart dropped the bottle during the attack.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. But I also remember during the little cutscene where it showed him dying, that like the killer somehow manipulated the bottle to kill him. I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what happened. But maybe it was after the attack? Or it would have to be during, right?
I would say during,
Yeah.
or it could have been.
If it's
before.
not...
Let's say during. Yep.
Oh, it was before. Flintheart dropped
no,
the
it
bottle
says
before he
during.
was attacked.
It says when.
Oh, when? Oh, whoops, my bad. I am blind. From that we can infer that he was holding it the moment before he was attacked.
He's holding it.
Cool.
What's so strange about one bottle, though?
It may seem like an insignificant detail, but that detail could help me infer other elements of what happened during the murder.
Right.
There's also the fact that the artificery lights went out. Were these candles here when you arrived at the crime scene, Orem?
No, we had to light some so that we could see the crime scene properly. We thought it was weird, too. The girl and her father must have had their argument in pitch black darkness.
So we didn't light any candles to make up for the broken lights.
Crime scene, the town. The crime scene
Crime scene.
had no witnesses.
Yeah,
During the
the murder.
What?
Oh,
Ooh.
it was kind of lit by the institution after they came to investigate the murder. And the dining room lights had no energy for the last week. Seems strange, just can only mean one thing with the room's lighting. Okay. Crime scene had no lighting during the murder.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. The crime scene had no lighting during the murder.
That does lead to the conclusion that there were no witnesses, but
Yeah.
I see where it's going.
The argument that Celeste had with the argument that Celeste had with Flintheart must have been spontaneous. They weren't planning to have a conversation in this room. In this darkness, Flintheart would have lost. Oh my goodness! In this darkness, Flintheart wouldn't have a lot of visibility.
In this Flintheart darkness.
It's my favorite book, Flintheart of Darkness.
Oh my god. Stop.
If he was stabbed from behind, he probably didn't see it coming. He was clearly surprised and probably in too much shock to run away. Also, the bottle may seem insignificant, but he was holding it when he was attacked. Maybe he was pouring a drink for himself, or maybe it was for a visitor. Either way, the assailant must have been unseen by Flintheart.
Kid?
Or the assailant attacked him from his blind spot while his back was turned. Why would his back be turned, though? Was he distracted by something?
Kid!
What?
Fucking listen! What was that all about?
Sorry, sometimes I get just lost in my own thoughts.
Yeah, well, cut it out. You're freaking me out.
Right. Sorry. Anyways, I think you found everything you can here. You should move somewhere else.
We should take our problems and push them somewhere else.
Oh, there's a lot. Probably upstairs, yeah. Oh boy. People keep seeing you here, they're gonna start asking questions. Leave the investigation to me. All you have to do is stay quiet until the trial is over.
While heading upstairs, you spot the prosecutor having a conversation with someone. They seem to be in some kind of argument. Enough! I will do as I see fit. It may be Steelwind, but this is my land. Oh, sorry. Oh, you can... no, I'll take Tyrion.
Alright, so I'm dead.
Oh.
Do you want me to,
What?
do you want me to keep being Cuthbert for now, then?
Yeah, actually.
Okay.
Oh, you're the defense attorney from the trial.
I am. I'm sorry, but who?
Ah, how rude of me. My name is Lord Garrick Pierce, the ruling noble of this land. As the ruling noble, I suppose I should thank you for playing your role in the current trial. As misguided as it may be.
I suppose that you also think my client is guilty?
It does not matter what I think. The entire scandal has done nothing but rile up the common folk. Magic is a gift for the nobility and the nobility alone. It is a symbol of the aristocracy and our divine right to rule. And now that bastard child has tainted that symbol in the public eye.
Well, all of that has nothing to do with her. She's just an innocent woman who got wrapped up in all of this.
Even if she is innocent, the charges have been laid and made public. Someone must take the fall, lest the public accuse the justice system of corruption.
So you're saying that she should be found guilty even if she is innocent?
What do you suppose will happen if she's acquitted? All the public will see is a mage going free despite a myriad of evidence. That alone would be enough to cause a public outrage. Tensions between the aristocracy and the common folk are high enough as is. What is one insignificant girl when compared to the stability of our great kingdom?
That's enough. Stop antagonizing him, Pierce.
Huh.
I can't refute what he said, but I don't agree with it.
What?
The system should be based on truth and justice, not public opinion.
Then why are you working against my client? Do you honestly think she's the kind of person that would kill her father?
It doesn't matter what kind of person she appears to be. The evidence clearly points to her as the only possible killer. But you should fight according to your own ideals. Just as I will fight for mine.
It's hard to get a read on that woman. There are some candles lighting up the hallway. They look like they used to be part of the old architecture. Several doors lead to guest rooms. Aside from the rooms that you and Miss Timora used, they don't look like they've been open for quite some time.
Oh, there's one in the back.
There's a door at the end of the hallway. Looks like it's seen some use recently.
Oh.
You try to open the door, but it seems to be locked. Perhaps someone might have a key to open it.
Oh.
Right? Well?
Maybe...
Hey. I need a key.
Oh, you know what? Maybe, Celeste has it.
You right. You return to the cell that Celeste is being kept in. Oh, yep, uh-huh.
I can't imagine prisoners being happy.
The ambient despair in the air fills your mind like a horrendous stench. You do your best to ignore the emotions of the other prisoners, but you haven't had much practice blocking out this many people. As you arrive, you see Celeste huddled down in a corner. As soon as she sees you, her dour mood seems to lift, if only for a moment.
Oh, hi, Mr. Cuthbert.
There's no need to address me so formally, just call me Tyrion.
Okay, Mr. Cuthbert.
Okay, all right. Anyways, I came here to ask you some questions about the case.
Right.
I'm sorry for freezing up like that. I almost lost us the trial.
No, there's no need to apologize. You did great.
But it was only thanks to her. If she hadn't calmed you down, who knows what might have happened.
But I still don't understand, though. Were there traces of magic on my dad's body?
Right. Those traces of magic were on the sword and the body. Magical traces are particles of magical residue that are left behind when a mage casts a spell. They only linger around for 48 hours, and that gives you a rough timeline of when and where a spell is cast. Did you cast a mage blade on your sword that day?
I did. I usually cast it when I train in the morning.
That explains why there was a trace on the sword at least.
If a trace on my sword leave a magical trace on my dad's body?
No. Magical traces can't be moved around physically. For a spell to leave a trace, it has to be active when physical contact is made.
Really? What does that mean, then?
Whatever killed your father had a transmutation spell active on it at the time. The magical trace on your sword was just an unlucky coincidence.
I can't believe this.
Could you tell me more about your father? Sorry, I know this must be difficult after everything that's happened.
No, it's okay. If it helps you, I'll try my best to answer your questions.
Were you two close?
We were. I'm sure you know this by now, but I'm adopted by him and my mom. But even though I didn't have their blood, they treated me as if I did. He loved me with all his heart until...
Oh. Until? Until what? Does this have something to do with the argument that they had?
Oh, you know what? I bet you she's the daughter of that, like, really powerful transmutation mage that may or may not have blown himself up by trying to create the magic.
Maybe.
I don't think that's a piece of evidence that we have, but...
It's a possibility.
Oh, he's got transmutation magic.
Well, obviously, because he's the fucking killer, but...
He's the moiterer.
He's the moiterer! Well, let's find out.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say this, but I could hear your argument from my room that night. Could you tell me about what happened?
For as long as I can remember, my dad has hated mages. I'm not sure why, but if he even mentioned magic around him, he'd fly into a rage. So he hid my magic from my family.
But why even learn magic in the first place? If you really wanted to, you could have gone your whole life without using it.
Ever since our tavern closed, my family's been in a lot of debt. I decided to become a mercenary and used magic to enhance my ability to fight. Most mages are nobility, so people will pay a lot for a sellsword who can use magic.
So that's why she's a mercenary. Cool. Cool.
But I know now, learning magic was the biggest mistake I've ever made. On that night, my dad found my spell compendium. When he confronted me about it, I finally came clean to him. That's when he flew into another one of his rages. He shouted at me. He told me that I betrayed him and his family.
I'm so sorry. I can't imagine how that must have felt.
I deserved every bit of it. I knew how much he hated magic, but I learned to use it anyways. He showed me so much love and I just threw it all away.
Don't say that. I'm sure he still loved you.
No, I could see it in his eyes. He hated me, and he died hating me.
Oh. You feel a sharp pain in your chest as you see that thought. That's sad. So sad. But hey, you want to talk about your dad? Sorry. Can you tell me more about that?
Oh, I don't really know what to say about that, sorry.
Be best to try something else. Okay.
Show the badge, show the badge, show the badge.
Hey, do you know I'm an attorney? She is.
No, I didn't know you were.
Oh,
You probably shouldn't show this to her. She's already been through enough. You shouldn't remind her about her father's death unnecessarily. Okay, sorry. I just wanted to try it out. See what would happen.
Oh, yeah, the sword.
This is a pretty strange sword. I've never seen anything like it.
You like it? It's a souvenir I got while I was traveling the Eastern Kingdoms. It's also the murder weapon.
Wait, you've been to the Eastern... Wait, it's the murder weapon? No, I thought Wyvern had a strict policy preventing people from crossing the border.
Well, I didn't exactly enter legally.
Oh my god. You quickly glance at the guard of the cell. He doesn't seem to be listening. Please don't make a habit of telling people that. You're in enough trouble as it is.
Yeah.
They said something about the Eastern Kingdom. I can't remember what it was, though.
Oh no, I think that was... That dude was like from a Western Kingdom, the dude in the other portrait. I don't remember anything about the Eastern Kingdoms. Unless I'm... Or maybe he was... I don't remember.
I think it is the Eastern Kingdom. We'll take a look at it. Mage Blade.
It's a spell that magically sharpens my sword so it can cut through plate armor.
When would you even need to use a spell like that?
Well, it's not just for plate armor. It's also for murdering people.
Oh my god.
He's got through all kinds of things of it.
Like bodies!
Trees, boulders, ballista, fortified gates, people. It cuts through most of those things like butter.
You start to wonder what kind of life she led before this case. This is concerning.
The bottle?
I'm just presenting everything.
No, yeah, but I'm surprised that it was like, I shouldn't show her the bottle.
Well, it's because it has to do with her dad.
Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
I didn't expect to find artifice in a village like yours.
Yeah, I bought it for my family to make their lives easier. But I think it just made things more complicated.
Yeah, without an arcane power cell, those lights aren't very useful. Can you tell me more about this? No. I think if we present it, it'll just... Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Last thing. Me! Nope.
Nope, nothing. Nope.
I don't know what I was expecting with that one.
Did
Nope.
you already do her dad?
Huh?
Did you already...
If I present her dad, it's not going to do anything.
Okay. It's probably only going to be...
Probably
The last
shouldn't.
guy.
Probably shouldn't tell her about this.
Oh,
Okay, one last thing.
it's...
This fucking guy.
Yeah, surely.
Nope.
No, okay.
Okay, all right.
Does she have more?
Oh.
Oh, she does. Oh, there we go. The thing we wanted for the
Oh,
entire
damn.
time we were here.
Oh, I completely forgot about that. So there's a locked room in the tavern. It's at the very end of the hallway upstairs. The Inquisition probably searched it already, but I just wanted to investigate it to make sure.
A locked room at the end of a hallway? I think that's my room.
Do you know how I could get in there? It's the only room in the tavern I haven't investigated. You feel a suspicious gaze from Celeste. What's that look for? I'm your lawyer. I'm not going to do anything weird.
Sorry, you're right. Here, you can use this key to get inside. Just, don't disturb the bodies.
Just don't disturb the oh my god. Amazing. Cell is a barred window. Even if a prisoner somehow broke through the bars, there's a 3-story drop to freedom. Yes. Yikes. Lit
Kind of
torches are-
expecting like a prison tower, so like a 10-story drop.
Lit torches are hanging on the wall of the cell. I almost said the cell of the wall. It seems a bit irresponsible to put a potentially harmful item in here with the prisoners, but perhaps the Inquisition doesn't care about that. There's only one locked door that leads into the cell, and it seems to be locked by some kind of magical mechanism. Cool. Let's go!
Yeah. Oh, we can go straight upstairs. Oh, wait, we can go straight into the bedroom. Ah.
Use the key to enter Celeste's room.
Fancy bedroom. Holy shit.
Oh my god, I just teleported
What?
in here. There's a fucking dining table in here?
Yeah, why do you need a fucking 8-person dining room table in your bedroom? What the hell?
Is that... What is that painting? I don't... However, you're startled when you notice that someone else is already inside. Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Well, she's got some attitude. Who's gonna do this voice?
Listen, I'm already 2 females. 3. I've been all the females that have been in this game so far.
Fine.
So
All right. I guess I have to take a voice.
I've already told you knights everything that I know. What more do you... Oh, aren't you Celeste's attorney?
I am. Who are you?
Oh, how rude of me. I'm Jeline McCoy. I'm Celeste's mother.
Bro, she's a MILF. What, am I wrong?
I guess not. No.
How was at the trial this morning? I can't thank you enough for everything you've done for my daughter.
So this is Celeste's mother. She might be able to tell you more about Flintheart. How about that? Do you mind if I ask you some questions for my investigation?
Of course. I'll do anything I can to help.
But first,
It's a fancy-looking bed.
a really fucking fancy-looking bed. My god.
Celeste had it custom made.
Wouldn't something like this be really expensive?
It was. I was really surprised when she returned from her travels. Apparently she was making a lot of gold from her job as a mercenary.
Wow, you and Flintheart must have been happy for her.
We are, but I still wish she'd get a less dangerous job.
The door leading to the upstairs hallway.
All right, we're here. Now let's head back out. Let's just leave.
Just opens the door. Yeah, it's got hinges.
It is a door.
It's painting of one of some sort of aquatic animal. Oh, it's one of those.
It's axolotl.
Axolotl, yeah.
It's so cute.
Oh, I love that.
Oh man. Oh, it's so pretty. I'm coughing.
Oh, I love that painting. Celeste brought it back from her travels. Supposedly that woman is named Madeline Kipling. From what I've heard, she runs a wildlife sanctuary for endangered species. I think the animal in this painting is called a fakip.
What? No, that's an axolotl, or it's a mudkip. I'm not really sure.
Celeste told me that she really likes them.
That's interesting. You weren't aware of these kinds of creatures even existed. Mega dining room table.
Yeah, can we talk about the fucking dining table in here?
A table with several chairs. Must be used for entertaining guests. But I guess. No, it doesn't look like it had seen much use though.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Fucking.
Is that everything in this room?
Yeah, I think so.
Can you tell me why your husband hated mages so much? That's a loaded question at the
Wow,
beginning. Jesus.
dude. Come on, man. At least
take her to dinner
softball it.
first.
Oh my god.
I understand that most people dislike an ability and associate magic with them.
I mean, we can literally have dinner right here. We have the fucking dining table and everything.
True. But on that night, it's like he was furious at Celeste specifically because she was a mage.
Oh, you must have talked to Celeste. I wasn't there when the argument happened, but I can only imagine what he said to her.
Do you know what happened to him? Why does he hate magic so much?
Celeste doesn't know about this, but years ago, Flintheart had a sister named Effie. When I was a child, we were friends with a boy named Garrick
Pierce.
Oh.
Huh.
He was the son of the ruling noble at the time.
Garrick Pierce. Isn't that the nobleman that was speaking with Steelwind earlier?
We were all inseparable at the time. He'd always sneak into town to play with us against his family's wishes.
They probably weren't too happy about that.
He was quite rebellious back then, but he's a completely different person now. But everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. When Garrick began learning how to use magic. Fire magic. Transmutation magic. One day, when we were playing together, he wanted to show off the spells he'd learned. He was told not to use his magic without his instructor there, but he was just too excited. began casting his spells, but something went horribly wrong. He lost control of his magic and fatally wounded Effie. We tried bringing her back into town, but by that time it was too late. She was already gone.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, man. Wow.
I'm sorry. That must have been traumatizing for all of you.
The next day, the Arcane Inquisition came to investigate what happened. House Pierce used their connections to cover up what happened. They even threatened Flynn Hart's family into keeping quiet. After that, the official story was that Effie had been mauled by a wolf.
That's not surprising. The nobility seldom take responsibility for their actions, even for a mistake like that.
Okay, cool.
Something changed in Flynn Hart after that. It was after the Fire Nation attacked, so I keep mixing that up. He began speaking out against the nobility. Eventually, he started hosting rallies in this very tavern. Each night, more and more people began listening to his words and joining his cause. The number of people that he'd gotten under his banner was terrifying. There was even talk of an outright revolution against the kingdom.
That might explain why someone would go out of their way to kill him.
I knew how much danger he was putting himself in, but no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't convince him to stop. His attitude didn't even begin to change until we adopted Celeste.
Let's talk about that.
Can you tell me more about Celeste? How'd she become part of your family?
It all happened many years ago, back when the McCoy Tavern was still open. We were closing one night when we found a baby with white hair abandoned in the dining area. We waited weeks for her parents to come by, but no one ever came looking for her.
And that baby was Celeste?
Yes, Flynn Hart and I had always wanted a child. I thought that Celeste must have been a gift from the Scaled Lord. But one day I saw Celeste practicing her magic. I think that's when I realized that someone from the nobility must have abandoned her out in...
Oh, your theory is getting more,
Yeah.
You're getting more, what is it? Pins and notes and stuff on the board.
Yeah.
Stuff is piecing together.
Yeah, the freaking scene from Always Sunny with Charlie and the board.
Yes.
I didn't care, though. I loved her all the same. I'm sure Flynn Hart did, too.
Wait, you knew she was a mage all this time?
I did. You haven't known her for very long, but she's a terrible liar. Flynn Hart must have noticed, too, but I think that he didn't want to believe it. It's my fault. I should have forced him to see the truth.
I spoke with Celeste earlier. She thinks that her father hated her because she was a mage.
Oh.
There's no way he would ever feel that way. He loved her more than anything in the world. No matter what he said to her that night, nothing would ever change that.
After seeing them together, you figured as much.
Celeste was the world to him. When we adopted her, it was the first time in decades I'd seen him so genuinely happy.
They must have been really close.
More than anything. Do you want to hear a story? Celeste had just returned from her travels. She wouldn't stop talking about this foreign drink that she loved. I think it was called lotus juice or something strange like that.
Bro, Bluetooth connection successful. What the hell?
Well, Flynn Hart did everything he could to have it shipped here. He called in a bunch of favors with some of his revolutionary friends. But in the end, he was only able to get a single bottle of it.
Oh.
Oh, boy.
Ooh. Well.
Is it really that rare?
Yes, I wouldn't be surprised if it were the only bottle of lotus juice in the whole region.
Wait a minute, lotus juice? Is this the bottle that Flynn Hart bought? You show her a picture of a shattered bottle that you found next to Flynn Hart's body.
Oh, no, man. I really hoped we would have just brought the bottle with us.
It is! Oh no, he was going to surprise her with it.
I found the broken pieces next to Flynn Hart's... Well, I found them in the dining area.
That's strange. He'd be keeping it in our room so she wouldn't find it.
Really? When was the last time you saw it?
Right before I left the house that night. It was right before their big argument.
So it wasn't just lying around in the bar. He decided to retrieve it after the argument.
Interesting.
Alright, you think you've investigated everything you can for now.
Ba-bum, ba-bum. Really digging the music.
Oh, yeah. Oh, but there's still one last thing you need to do. You ready yourself for one last conversation with Celeste?
All right. But first, did you know that I'm an attorney? Oh, well, damn. Okay, I guess she doesn't care. I'm assuming we have to go there after we've investigated.
Yeah.
Everything, so let's
Probably.
just.
Oh, you know what? It's probably like the tips thing, like your office in base tourney games, where you like go back and ask for like, oh, what should I do now?
Oh,
It's probably
yeah.
just Miss Amora being there, like, hey, what should I do?
Oh, you're back. Did you forget something?
Actually, there's one last thing I wanted to talk to you about.
Oh?
Earlier, you said something that I can't just let go. You said that your father died hating you. But after everything I heard about him, I don't think that's true. Your father loved you, Celeste, even in his final moments. You desperately want to reach her. If she keeps believing that he hated her, that thought will eat away at her for the rest of her life. You know that better than anyone.
He's just lying to make me feel better.
But it looks like it won't be that simple. You'll need to win an argument against her if you want her to see the truth.
There's no like psychological profile bar, so
Celeste believes that her father died hating her. But after seeing them together and learning about them, you know that can't possibly be true. You just need to convince her of that. Fuck it! I probably should have saved. You know what? I'll make a save right now. I can't save. Shit.
oh, we'll be fine, I believe.
Yeah, fuck it, we're raw dogging this.
Oh,
But everyone knows my father hated mages.
He's always hated magic, there's no reason behind it. Yes, there is.
Would it be
Garrick
testim-
Pierce. Well, no, it would be...
There's testimony, yeah? Yeah.
Yeah, his sister died.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's my place to say this, but there's a reason why your father hated magic so much.
What?
When Flynn Her was a child, he had a sister. She was tragically killed by a mage decades ago. That's why he had such an immense hatred for magic.
I never knew. But it doesn't change anything. That's all the more reason for him to have hated me. It was selfish of me to learn magic. I knew how much he hated magic, but I still learned to use it anyways. Magic killed someone that he loved. No wonder he was furious.
It was selfish of you. No,
Yeah.
because you needed to support your family. But you didn't learn magic to benefit yourself, did you? You learned it to save your family after your tavern was shut down.
That's...
You're a good person, Celeste. You did everything you could to help your family. I'm sure your father recognized that.
Just shut up.
What?
Shut up. Just stop it.
Whatever composure she had before is slowly breaking down.
You weren't there. You didn't hear what he said to me. In his final moments...
Oh, goodness, okay.
In his final moments, he could only think of how I betrayed him. I could see it in his eyes. There was no way he could ever forgive me.
No. He
bottle
died.
time.
He died holding the bottle of your favorite drink. God, this is... Man, this is really sad. Take a look at this picture, Celeste.
What? A shattered bottle? Wait, is that a bottle of lotus juice?
Do you know where I found this? On the floor of your family's inn.
What? That can't be true. I tried to find it here, but no one sells it at Women Guard.
Your father knew how much you loved this drink. He called in quite a few favors just so that he could have it imported for you.
But what? He did that?
Your father didn't hate you, Celeste. He loved you more than anything.
That doesn't change anything. If he did that all for me, it was before he knew about my secret. I'm sure he would have never done that if he knew the truth.
That's not true at all.
What the hell would you know about him? You barely even knew him. How'd you possibly know how he felt about me? Don't you think I want to believe that he still loved me before he died? but I know the truth. There's no way he would ever forgive me for what I did.
It's not just the fact that he bought that drink for you. It's also where the bottle was when it shattered.
What do you mean?
Your mother said that the bottle was stowed in your room before your argument. But I found the shattered bottle in the lobby where his he was pouring a drink for her so that when she came back, he could say sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sad. I ran into him before I went to look for you. He was going upstairs to his room. That can only mean one thing. He went to retrieve the bottle after your argument ended.
What? Why would he have it?
It's because he was going to give it to you, Celeste. He was going to give you a gift to apologize for what he said to you.
He was going to apologize?
Your father loved you, Celeste. And as tragic as it is, he was going to try to apologize to you before he was murdered.
I don't like this. My daughter working as a mercenary of all things.
Come on, Dad! You know I can handle myself.
I don't doubt it. But you still shouldn't have to risk your neck for our sakes.
They closed me in, Dad. We won't be able to survive unless I do this.
Just be careful, okay? I don't know what I'd do if anything happened to you. No matter what anyone says, you're our daughter. And we'll love you until the day we die.
Dad, how could I ever think that? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Dad.
Celeste had barely been keeping it together throughout the whole argument, but her realization is finally causing her to break down. She begins crying loudly as she quickly embraces you. In this cold, dark place, she probably hadn't felt warmth of any kind for days. You're caught off guard and feel a little embarrassed, but you comfort her while she vents her emotions. We won that argument, though.
We did it. We beat the game.
Are you feeling better?
Are you winning, son?
Yeah, I'm the son now, I guess. I think I'm okay now. I've been thinking such horrible things this entire time.
Oh shit, that's me. She looks at you and gives you a warm smile. It's probably the first time you've seen her genuinely smile since this whole ordeal started.
Thank you. But is everything really going to be okay?
I'll make sure of it. I'll get justice for you and your father. It doesn't matter who stands in my way. Even if they're a man, king, or god.
You're completely different now. What happened to the nervous wreck from before?
Please forget about that.
Giggle.
You didn't even try with that one. Anyways, take some time to rest. The trial is going to resume soon. With that, you've done everything you can for now. You've learned... Oh no. You've learned a lot about what happened the night of the murder. You just hope it's enough. But even with your investigation, you still don't know what the prosecution has planned.
Has Pierce told you all the details, Mr. Rudolph? Will you remember them? Oh shit, I did this guy too, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Yes, I pride myself on my eidetic memory.
The fuck is that word?
I have no idea.
Not even
I should
she.
know it.
Not even she knows.
She's only 18. Just so there are no misunderstandings. I do not approve of this.
You said it yourself, Lady Steelwind. There's no possible way I could have done the deed. It has to be the bastard child. We don't know what sorts of tricks Ruby Timora might pull tomorrow. Just see this as a way of securing a just verdict.
Aw, you slimy piece of shit. What a
Okay, we're
snake.
gonna drag his ass to court.
What a snake. Alright, it's time.
Hello, Cuthbert.
Oh, hi, Miss Timora.
You're a lot less jumpy than you were yesterday. I'm glad to see that you're finally getting used to things. So what did you find in your investigation?
You tell Miss Timora about everything you learned on your investigation.
There aren't a lot of clues that point it to what actually happened.
Yeah, I know a lot of details about the crime scene, but nothing about the crime itself. This means I'll have to rely solely on pointing out contradictions in the witnesses' testimonies.
Being reactive to the prosecution's moves is a valid strategy. Honestly, I think it was a miracle that you got the commander to cooperate with you at all.
Right, you almost forgot. Commander White appears to really have it out for Miss Timora. Actually, I wanted to ask about that. Did something happen between you and Commander White? Okay.
Oh, Miss McCoy, please proceed to the courtroom with your counsel.
Let's go, Tyrion! The trial's about to start.
You should go. The judge is waiting.
Right. Another secret is left buried. Oh no. It's left buried between you two. Here we go.
God, I love this judge.
He's so menacing, dude. Like that one sprite of him holding up the gavel.
Yeah.
Court is now resumed for the trial of Celeste McCoy. Let us review the proceedings from yesterday. Yesterday, the defense presented some shocking oversights made during the investigation.
Yes, I personally saw to it that the investigation was conducted properly this time.
I see. I suppose that puts my mind at ease.
At yesterday's trial, we found an inconsistency between the crime scene photo and the autopsy report.
Consistently?
Yeah. Shut up. Because of this, the defense tried to push the following narrative: that a third party must have interfered with the crime scene to frame the defendant. However, the prosecution has discovered another explanation. Because of that, the individual who discovered the body would like to testify as to what he saw that night. So that witness account will clear up what actually happened.
Interesting. It was my understanding that the individual in question wanted to remain anonymous.
Supposedly, this witness was within the gallery of the trial yesterday. After yesterday's proceedings, he felt that he couldn't stay silent any longer.
So that's her plan. But why would the witness change his mind like that? Did Steelwind persuade him, or is something else happening here?
Very well. Let's hear from this witness. Witness, please state your name and occupation for the court.
My name is Reginald Rudolph. I'm a chauffeur of the equine variety.
Okay.
I'm terribly sorry, but I'm unfamiliar with that profession.
He means to say that he's a carriage driver.
Oh, I see. But in any case, it is my understanding that you found the body. Am I correct, Mr. Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer?
Rudolph appears to be writing something in a notebook. He writes with incredible speed. His pen only touches the paper for maybe a second before he's filled an entire page. He's writing down all the addresses of the houses he'll have to deliver presents to later this later this season.
Mr. Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer?
Forgive me. I was really taking notes on the people in this room.
For what presents
Which
they
ones
need.
are naughty and which ones are nice.
Oh my god.
Taking notes?
The witness has a certain compulsion to keep a record of every event that he witnesses.
I see. Then I assume you will receive an accurate testimony of how you found the body.
Actually, I witnessed much more than that. I saw the crime as it was being committed.
Oh my god.
And I wrote everything down. Wrote down everything that I saw.
What? That is quite the claim. And if it's true, why did you choose to remain silent until now?
We had initially concluded that the evidence alone was decisive enough. Therefore, we saw no need to time for his testimony. However, those circumstances clearly changed during yesterday's trial.
There's no way the prosecution wouldn't leverage eyewitness testimony from the start. Something else is happening here.
Very well. Mr. Rudolph, please testify to the court about what you saw that night.
I was transporting a client in my cage that evening.
Cage?
Oh, Karen. Whoops.
Whoopsie daisy.
Little Freudian slip there. That's not even what a Freudian slip is, whatever. We were driving by the McCoy Tavern when we heard a disturbance. This occurred at 1:28 a.m. Word that something was amiss, I walked into the establishment to see what the commotion was about. There I saw a defendant. She was lit by the blue glow of the dining room lights. She had stabbed Flintheart McCoy and was channeling magic into her sword.
Oh, well, that's easy.
She removed her sword from Flintheart's back, and as she slowly turned to face her, she stabbed him again in the front.
Wait, what?
She soon realized that I had witnessed her heinous crime. She let the body fall to the ground and fled the scene.
There's a lot of wrong with that.
There it is.
Incredible! If everything occurred as the witness described, I see no room for debate.
Of course, the evidence has always been irrefutable.
You don't remember seeing him when you left to look for Celeste. But it was pretty dark. Celeste, did you see that man that night?
No, this is my first time meeting him. And I didn't see him when I ran out of a tavern that night.
So he has to be lying.
Does that mean he's the one who killed my dad?
She tries her best to hide it, but you can sense her restlessness. It's hard to say right now, but it's definitely a possibility.
The defense may now begin their cross-examination.
I was transporting a client in my cage that evening. No,
You said cage again.
I'm gonna keep on saying cage.
Who was the passenger in your cage?
Well... The identity of the passenger is irrelevant. The witness is the one who actually observed the crime as it occurred.
If there was another person at the scene, they may also have crucial testimony.
The passenger is under no obligation to testify before the court. And the current witness's account of the events is more than adequate.
I agree. I see no reason for Mr. Rudolph to disclose the identity of their client. The defense must present a more valid reason to do so.
Okay, fuck you, man. I'm assuming this disturbance was the argument between my client and her father.
Yes, I heard two voices, one young female and one gruff male. Presumably, these were the voices of Celeste and Flintheart McCoy.
Right, that matches up with what their neighbors heard too.
What did you do after hearing this disturbance, Mr. Rudolph? The red-nosed reindeer?
You stopped your cage in the middle of a job? That seems pretty abnormal for a cage driver. What did your passenger think of this?
He had no quarrel with it.
What kind of passenger would be okay with stopping mid-drive?
The passenger's thoughts on the matter are relevant to his testimony. Unless you have hard evidence to prove otherwise. Now then, please tell us what you saw in the establishment, Mr. Rudolph.
You sound certain that you saw the client and my victim. Wait, did I say my victim? Wait, what the hell? How are you so sure it was them? I'm the murderer. That's the twist.
Flintheart McCoy and his daughter were well known within the town. Flintheart made himself quite known in the region through his social activism. And young Celeste dresses in a manner that is far wealthier than the townsfolk of Cornhaven.
Do you live in the same town as the McCoys? How would you know this?
I don't live there, but my work brings me there quite frequently. The witness's place of residence has no bearing on his testimony. What matters is that he was there when the murder occurred.
Why steal when deflecting questions about his personal life? So you're saying that my defendant stabbed him twice with her sword?
Yes, that's exactly what I saw.
But there's only one visible wound on the body. If what you say is true, then that means she stabbed him through the same wound. Isn't that extremely improbable?
Improbable, but not impossible. It is strange, I'll give you that. But nevertheless, that's what the witness saw happen.
She's really reaching with this one. But you won't get anywhere unless you can prove he's lying. Alright, last statement. And you let her get away?
I'm just a simple cage driver. I have no way of combating an armed assailant. The witness also saw the defendant using magic. Did you honestly expect a chauffeur to subdue an armed mercenary?
You suppose that she has a point there. You must have come up with a detailed story beforehand and wrote it down. His little quirk of writing it down everything is the perfect cover for him to read over his notes.
I guess it would be hard to catch him lying if he has a way to keep his story straight.
Actually, it's just the opposite. With all those details, it will be much easier to find an inconsistency. Just need to find out which detail is incorrect.
Well, it's obviously a statement about the blue lights being on. Yeah.
Yes.
Because those blue lights have been working for weeks.
Objection!
Mr. Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer. You testify that you saw my client murdering the victim, and you supposedly saw her casting magic while doing so?
Yes, I can never forget such a grisly sight. That moment was burned into my memory.
I see. Well, it's funny you say that. I have a sense of deja vu right now.
How so?
Because your entire testimony was a complete lie.
What? Are you accusing the witness of perjury? Surely you know that accusations can't be made lightly, Mr. Cuthbert.
My accusation is far from baseless, Prosecutor Steelwind. I almost said Professor. Take a look at this report. The dining room lights are whatever the fuck devices, artificery, that are powered by an arcane power cell. I don't know why I struggled with saying that like 5 times in a row. However, that same arcane power cell was broken during the time of the murder. The dining room lights had no energy, and the room would have been pitch black. The witness couldn't have seen anything, much less a homicide.
Well, wait, I can explain. There's no need, witness. You could have easily seen another source of light. Perhaps one of the McCoys lit a candle because of the blackout.
The witness clearly described a source of blue light. A candle or lantern wouldn't emit a color like that.
And the witness was clearly mistaken.
The witness records everything he sees in his notebook. He even remembers the exact times that each event occurred. So why would he be incorrect about such a clear and obvious detail? No, what the witness saw was clearly some form of magic. And due to the lack of power, it couldn't have been artificery. It must have been an arcane spell.
That's it.
What is it, witness?
I must have made an incorrect assumption. Please allow me to revise my testimony.
What do you think of this, Prosecutor Steelwind?
If the witness wants to revive his testimony, then I see no harm in obliging him.
And you, Mr. Cuthbert? If he thinks he saw something different, then it's only fair to hear him out. You'll tear through each of his lies no matter what he does. Alright, let's see what you gotta say.
I remember now. Yesterday, it was revealed that Flintheart was killed using magic. I must have seen Flintheart's daughter channeling a magic spell. The spell was called Mage Blade, am I correct? That's it. The blue glow that I saw must have been created by Mage Blade.
No. Fucking dumbass. I see. So the blue light that you saw came from the defendant's magic. Mr. Cuthbert, you may proceed with the cross-examination. With pleasure. You done goofed. Are you changing your testimony based on yesterday's trial?
No, I assure you, that's not what I'm doing. But after thinking about it further, I think that is what I'm doing.
Wow. Didn't even know. Wouldn't that be pretty noticeable and distinct?
The witnesses of the common folk. Furthermore, the defendant's magical ability wasn't known to many until the night of a murder. What reason would the witness have to think that this was witnessing witnessing magic?
Wow.
He would just think that the sword was weaved in a glow by some other means.
The last part is a bit far-fetched, like the Pokemon, but you can't really refute it right now. You seem uncertain about the spell that you saw my client use. How can we trust the rest of your testimony?
The witness has no knowledge of the arcane arts, I'll grant you that. But it doesn't matter if he was unable to identify the magic spell, the specific spell. The only thing that matters is that he saw it happen.
You won't get anywhere unless you can prove that you didn't see Mage Blade. You still don't sound so sure of it yourself.
I wasn't sure of it at first. But then I remembered that Flintheart was killed using magic. Is it really so hard to believe that I didn't realize that magic was used when I saw the scene?
I suppose not. Not that you actually believe him.
He just keeps telling lie after lie.
Celeste is trying to keep her composure, but you notice her firmly clenching her fists. He's trying to cover for his mistake. I'm sure he's just making things up on the spot now.
He doesn't know how magic works. Silly cage driver. I bet he barely understands what Mage Blade even does.
Alright, there has to be a flaw in his testimony because of that. Yep. Boom, boom, boom. No.
Yep.
You're wrong!
Objection!
No, that's wrong! Mr. Rudolph, you don't know much about magic, do you? So much of a reindeer you are.
Of course not. Are you trying to say that I should have recognized Celeste's Mage Blade?
No, I admit that you probably wouldn't know about Mage Blade. But that's exactly where your mistake was.
My mistake?
Mr. Rudolph, if you were aware of how Mage Blade works, then you would know that the spell emits a yellow radiant glow. Which means the blue glow that you saw couldn't have possibly been Mage Blade.
This is ridiculous. I'll grant you that the witness clearly remembers seeing a blue glow. But what significance could such a minor detail have?
It's extremely significant, Prosecutor Steelwind. If the witness did see a blue magical glow, then he must have witnessed another spell at the scene.
Preposterous. You don't have any evidence to back up that claim.
That blue light made a large impression on the witness. He wrote it down in his notebook and he specifically mentioned the color. There's no way he would be mistaken about something like that. So, what did you really see, Mr. Rudolph? Did you see my client at the scene casting a spell that she couldn't possibly cast? Or did you see another mage at the scene?
Well... Your Honor, the defense has no right to accuse the witness like this.
Let me remind you that perjury is a crime, Mr. Rudolph. If you are found to have lied in your testimony, you will be prosecuted.
No, wait, please.
Now that is quite enough of that.
Garrick Pierce suddenly steps down from the gallery and walks to the witness stand.
He would.
Oh my god. He's breaking every possible rule in the book, but no one in the room moves to stop him. The bailiff looks to the judge nervously, but the judge just narrows his eyes and carefully watches Pierce. Pierce, meanwhile, shoves the still flustered Rudolph off the stands and begins addressing the courtroom. What is he even doing here?
I will not stand by while you harass my servant.
Pierce, we discussed this.
New sprite.
There's no need for you to take the stand.
And what, pray tell, did they discuss? Nonsense. I have nothing to hide. And if you had done your job properly, I wouldn't have needed to intervene.
For the first time, Steelwind doesn't seem to have control of the situation. What is the meaning of this, Miss Steelwind? Who is this man?
This is Garrick Pierce, Your Honor.
That is Lord Garrick Pierce to you, Steelwind. I'm the honorable heir to the Pierce noble house. In any case, I must apologize. I'm afraid these misunderstandings are entirely my fault.
What do you mean?
You see, Rudolph wasn't the one who witnessed the crime that fateful night. It was me. I was the one who witnessed the crime. I had my driver report the body so that I could remain anonymous.
What? Are you saying that you had Rudolph lie for you?
I simply dictated to him what I saw and had him repeat that to law enforcement. It simply wouldn't do for a member of the nobility to appear publicly in court.
Lord Pierce, regardless of your intentions, that is a very clear act of perjury. But from the look on the judge's face, you can easily tell that he won't face any actual consequences.
I understand, and I will accept the slap on the wrist for this. But I would be remiss if Rudolph's shoddy testimony allowed that girl to escape her crimes. Please let me testify to what I saw that night.
Very well. This is highly irregular, but I believe the court will benefit from hearing your testimony. However, know that this misconduct has hurt your credibility.
Very well. the night of the murder, I found myself unable to sleep, so I went on a leisurely cage ride around Cornhaven.
Yeah, as you do.
Yes, as I do. I happened to be passing by the McCoy tavern when I heard a loud commotion from within the building. Curious, I stopped my cage and took a single step inside the establishment. That is when I saw the scene inside. I just saw the defendant stabbing that poor man twice with her sword.
Garrick Pierce, he's a member of the nobility.
That means he's probably a mage, right? And he's the only other mage that was there that night? Does that mean...
There's no doubt about it. He's the only person that could have left a trace of transmutation in the body. He has to be the mage we're looking for. Sorry, this must be a lot for you right now.
Don't worry about me! Focus on taking him down!
Alright. You smug bastard. That seems like a strange way to pass the time. You know what? You take Tyrion.
Okay. Now that you believe him for a second. The witness's eccentricities were beside the point. What matters is that he was clearly at the scene.
I wouldn't quite put it that way, but nevertheless...
Oh, you just happen to be passing there.
Yeah.
How coincidental.
I'm guessing this commotion was the argument between my client and the victim.
One would conclude that, yes.
Oh, sure, one would conclude that. You would, wouldn't you? As we all know, both of them became quite loud during their argument. It's not unreasonable to say that the witness heard this from the cage. Oh, we get a map now.
Oh, okay.
If he was at a tavern entrance, then that would mean he was here.
Okay.
Okay. Very useful.
Claims to have, but that's impossible as he wouldn't have had proper lighting.
Saw the entire scene from the tavern entrance? Be quite dark considering that the lights weren't operational. Even if my client was using Mage Blade at the time.
Oh, of course. I'd forgotten that detail. I couldn't see what was happening, so I used my magic to illuminate the scene.
You used magic at the crime scene?
Yes, I remember it clearly. I conjured a blue light to illuminate the scene. That same blue light must have been what my driver saw.
I thought that Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer didn't witness the crime at all. If I had to guess, Mr. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer must have seen a blue light from the cage.
No, he was at the North Pole working with Santa. What are you talking about?
I thought you were Santa.
No. I'm just a nobility. I'm just a royal. That's all I am.
You want to know what I want for Christmas this year?
No, I don't care.
I don't know where I was
Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on.
He must have made that detail a part of his testimony earlier. That actually makes a lot of sense now if you think about it. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer was so sure that he saw a blue light, it would be strange if he was lying about that. But anyways, which spell did you use to illuminate the crime scene?
It was the conjure light spell.
The color of the light is chosen.
But it can't be a conjure light spell because he's a transmutation.
School conjuration. Wait, hold on. Don't say that line yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at this. Yes, school transmutation. They all have schools, like designations, so...
Yeah.
Shit. Hold on.
Oh, that's...
Oh, there we go.
Cool. Your Honor, if the witness used magic at the crime scene, that I'd like for his spell companion to be added to the court record. I see no reason to invade the witness's privacy over a trivial illumination spell.
I agree. The defense would need a stronger reason to requisition the witness's spell compendium.
Right you are, Your Honor. Your wisdom is truly fitting of your station.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, shut the fuck up, you. You used Conjure Light.
Casting a spell seems like a pretty significant detail to forget.
For you, maybe. But for a practice mage like myself, using magic is as natural as moving my arm.
You admit that you wouldn't know what it's like to be a mage. I assume that you're going to say that she stabbed him from the opposite sides each time?
Of course. Mind you, I have no idea why she would act like that. But can you prove that she didn't do exactly what I described?
I suppose not. At least not yet, anyways. Pierce is definitely the real murderer.
Pierce is definitely the real
yeah.
murderer. This means there has to be a lie somewhere in his testimony.
He claimed that he stood at the entrance the entire time. If he killed my father, then he would have been further in.
Right. Is there any way you can prove that he was further inside the building? Okay. Okay, let me think about that.
Oh, look, go to the light, because it probably has a range. Conjure Light probably has a range. So if he was at like the entrance to the building, it wouldn't have been that far, yeah.
Illumination up to 15 feet.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't think that works though, because the
That's more than 15 feet. He's more than 15 feet away. Because if each of us squares is 5 feet, that's...
Wait, no, each of the squares is 5 feet?
Yeah.
Then... Yeah, that's way more than 15 feet.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you're right. Wow, good catch on that one. I didn't realize
I play D&D. I know how spell distance works.
I didn't know about that it was specifically talking about... I thought... I'm a dumbass. Anyway. What are we presenting?
I say the map.
Yes.
Objection!
Lord Pierce, you said that you illuminated the scene from the tavern entrance. And you only took a single step into the building.
Of course. I remember it very clearly. I stood only at the entrance.
In that case, I'd like for you to take a look at the map of the tavern.
What was with that pause?
It's lagging a little bit.
Oh, okay.
If we take a look at this map, that would place you right here, where the W is.
Of course, I'm a W.
W for who murdered him? You did.
That was the dumbest thing you've said all episode. That was so fucking stupid.
Am I correct?
Of course I was. I do not know what you wish to achieve by having me repeat that fact.
Well, I find it interesting that you illuminated the crime scene from all the way back there. Considering that Conjure Light only illuminates an area within 15 feet.
What?
The spell's range is irrelevant. We've already established that the victim would have been illuminated by Mage Blade. During his testimony, Lord Pierce clearly stated that he couldn't see what was happening. That's why he cast Conjure Light in the first place. However, Conjure Light doesn't work like a normal source of light. It only provides illumination up to 15 feet of the caster and no further. If he had stayed at the entrance, his spell wouldn't have done anything to help illuminate the scene.
But what does this mean? Lord Pierce, did you illuminate the crime scene or not?
Well,
I can answer that question for you, Your Honor. Lord Pierce did illuminate the scene of a crime. He illuminated it because he was standing right where it happened.
Mr. Cuthbert, are you trying to say that Lord Pierce was that close to where the murder occurred? How would that be possible?
Well, there's only one way this scenario would make sense, Your Honor. And that would be if Garrick Pierce was the one who murdered Flintheart McCoy.
Well, just taking the bull by the horns.
hold on for a moment. This is absurd. I could have easily used a different spell to illuminate the room.
And which spell would that be, Pierce?
The name escapes me. I'm not sure which one it was now that I think about it.
You idiot. Well, maybe we can figure it out together. When you relinquish your spell compendium to the court.
What? This is a clear violation of my privacy. Steelwind, why aren't you objecting to this?
If you had listened to my instructions, you wouldn't be in this situation. You've made your bed, now lie in it.
Steelwind, you treacherous little!
That's enough. It appears that the prosecution has no objections. With everything that has occurred, I must ask that Lord Pierce relinquish his spell compendium to the court.
Oh, let's see. Precipitation, conjure light, conjure water, frost wave, and shape liquid.
Shape liquid, shape liquid, shape it into a sword, maybe.
Yes!
And frost wave, you can make it a spike, like an ice spike.
Yeah, that's what fucking happened.
Caster creates a simple and harmless visual effect around their hand. What does that mean?
It's just like a special effect on your hand. It like doesn't do anything.
Oh, okay, cool. It will flow. Liquid's hit will be immediately frozen.
Frozen.
Yep. They can choose to freeze it as well.
Yeah.
Good job, Tyrion! We got a spell compendium!
With that, this case is as good as yours. Or is it?
Shit.
She didn't even try to stop you from taking a spell compendium. She wouldn't let that happen just to spite Lord Pierce. She definitely still has something up her sleeve. Your Honor, I looked at the spells in Lord Pierce's compendium. Conjure Light is the only spell that he can cast that would shed a blue light. This renders his testimony and many of his statements false. You can practically hear Lord Pierce grinding his teeth.
Bro, I sound like an angry chihuahua. What the hell?
Your Honor, Lord Pierce could very well be a suspect in the murder of Flintheart McCoy. The defense argues that this presents enough reasonable doubt to acquit the defendant.
I acknowledge that Lord Pierce's actions are quite suspect. However, I will not pass a verdict just yet. There is much more we need to learn.
What? That's not how it works! We prove that there's reasonable doubt! That should be enough to acquit me, right?
In a normal case, maybe, but it's different for this trial. The public won't accept an unsolved homicide involving magic. Unless we can unequivocally prove your innocence, the court will keep drawing out this case.
What? But that's not fair!
That's just how the system works. Our court system doesn't exist to exact justice. It exists so that the kingdom can save face.
No.
However, the court will be suspending the trial of Celeste McCoy until further notice. That is, unless Lord Pierce can be investigated as a possible suspect.
Objection!
Oh.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
A possible suspect? The very idea of it is preposterous, Your Honor.
Damn it. You knew she was planning something.
Let's revisit the basic facts of this case, shall we? Flintheart McCoy was murdered using a blade with a transmutation spell active on it. Mr. Cuthbert, why don't you tell me the spells that Lord Pierce knows?
Alright. His spells are Prestidigitation, I think I said that right. Conjure Light, Conjure Water, Frost Wave, and Shape Liquid.
You realized it too, haven't you? Lord Pierce doesn't know any transmutation spells that can be channeled through a solid object.
What? That can't be right.
Ha! You're right. You're absolutely right, Lady Steelwind. I couldn't have possibly committed the murder.
I see. With that in mind, that would leave the defendant as the only possible killer.
But he was the only ever mage there! He has to be the real murderer!
But
But he doesn't know any transmutation spells that can affect a solid object. We can't prove that he stabbed him while casting magic.
Wait a minute. How did he do it then?
She's right. How did he do it? If there are traces of transmutation magic on the wound, then Flinthor was definitely stabbed by something magical. But none of his transmutation spells can affect a steel blade. Does that mean he used something else?
The defense did cast some doubt on this witness's testimony. Nevertheless, I must conclude that he could not have possibly committed the murder. With that in mind,
Shut the fuck up. Please wait.
Just saying that in a courtroom.
We still can't conclude that Lord Pierce couldn't have committed the crime.
What are you on about? Lady Steelwind said it herself, you commoner. I don't know any spells that can be channeled through a metal blade.
Back to you.
Oh, he's right, which can only mean one thing. You didn't use a metal blade, did you?
Up!
What nonsense is this? The autopsy report clearly states that the wound was created by a blade. If he didn't channel magic through a blade, how could he have possibly committed the crime?
yes, your claim seems quite contrary to the facts thus far, Mr. Cuthbert. Which spell could Lord Pierce have possibly used to kill the victim?
Motherfucking shape water. Liquid.
Shape water. And guess what? It's transmutation as well.
It is.
You see,
You see, Your Honor. Oh.
that's not me. That is you. Wait.
Garrick Pierce didn't kill the victim using a sword. He killed him using an object shaped exactly like a sword. What?
Bro, this music sounds like something out of fucking Mario Kart. This is awesome.
The saxes are fucking great.
I'm afraid I don't quite understand, Mr. Cuthbert.
I'd like for the court to take a look at Lord Pierce's spell compendium.
We're on the third lap.
It definitely feels third lappy. Garrick Pierce knows a seemingly insignificant spell called Shape Liquid. With it, he can control a body of water and shape it into any complex shape he wants. Then he can freeze that liquid, maintaining its current shape. A shape like a sword. What? No, it's not possible that he... What do you have to say for yourself, Lord Pierce?
What do I have to say?
Pierce? Oh, no, that's you.
Oh, Pierce's breathing becomes more frantic. He's clearly not used to being put in a corner like this. You can see his stress and frustration emanating through the eye of Horus. You have him now. Time for the finishing blow.
Argument time.
Oh shit, let's go.
I'll tell you exactly what I have to say, you commoner. I'm not the one on trial here. We're here because that bastard child didn't know her place. She's just a peasant, yet she still learned the arcane arts. And look what happened. I saw the murder. I witnessed everything. That girl used our holy arts to murder her father in a fit of rage.
Saw the murder, you witnessed everything? No. I would say... I would say Conjure Light, because
yeah,
unless he was right next to the...
yeah. And how, pray tell, did you see everything? If you recall, you testified that it only took a single step inside the inn. But you would have needed to be within 15 feet to see my client with Conjure Light.
This again? If you're going to keep treading on that one detail, then I admit it. I stepped further into the inn. I kept that detail out of my testimony. All because I knew you'd use it to cast suspicion on me.
Lord Pierce!
But you didn't just keep that detail from your testimony, did you? You testified the opposite. That makes you guilty of committing perjury.
No! I mean... Ah, you miserable wretch!
Oh, shit, okay.
Yep, yeah, he's going crazy.
Let's not stop there. For your story to be true, you would have needed to be within 15 feet of my client. According to your testimony, my client just finished committing a murder. Wouldn't she have noticed you? If you were that close, then you would have surely been close enough to apprehend her. So why didn't you? Don't you have a duty as to your citizens?
Shut up! Shut your dirty peasant mouth! That woman was armed! I had no reason to put my life in danger! I was terrified when I saw her holding that bloody sword. My life was in danger!
She was wielding her sword after the murder.
Is there a sword? Maybe... autopsy? No. No.
It says transmutation magic, but it could be argued that Mage Blade was used, so that doesn't really prove it.
Yeah. It's the maps. Does the map? Because I'm thinking of it like there was no blood, but I guess it just means he didn't move.
Hold on, what is the statement again? She was wielding her sword after the murder.
Go back to clues. Any is there a crime scene? Crime scene photo. Go up to crime scene photo. View it real quick, 'cause I think. Yeah, it's still in him.
Oh yeah, the sword's still in.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That can't be right, can it, Lord Pierce? This photo of a crime scene shows that the sword was left in the victim's body. How could she still be wielding her sword if she left it there?
What? Oh, damn you! Damn you! Steelwind, why aren't you saying anything?
What? Oh my. Prosecutor Steelwind has lost her usual air of competence. You find it strange, though. Even when you had the advantage, she always maintained her usual poise.
Lord Pierce, please pull yourself together. How can I remain calm while this charlatan is trying to frame me? This is a complete travesty of our justice system. I came here to reveal the truth and testify against that criminal. And what do I get instead? Slander from some lowly defense attorney.
They present you with the perjury. You talk about justice, but you committed several acts of perjury to twist the outcome of this trial. You're clearly not acting in good faith. You don't care about justice, you just want to further your agenda. So admit it, Pierce, you created a makeshift sword using shaped liquid and you used it to impale Flintheart. You shoved my client's sword into a wound while the remnants of the real murder weapon evaporated. It was a perfect crime, wasn't it? What?
Lord Pierce? My apologies, Your Honor. It's just I realized something absolutely hilarious.
What? Has he finally lost his mind?
The defense put forward an interesting theory, but there's one problem with it.
And what's that?
I think you said it yourself.
You shoved Celeste's sword into a wound while the remnants of the real murder weapon evaporated. It was a perfect crime, wasn't it?
You see, it would have been a perfect crime. Because any evidence to support that theory would have evaporated with that frozen blade.
What? No. He's right. If he used an ice blade to kill Flintheart, it would have evaporated by now. And that means...
there would be nothing left of the murder weapon. You spun quite the tale here today, but in the end you don't have a shred of evidence to support it, do you? You have nothing on me!
Isn't there anything we can do?
You become quiet.
Tyrion, why doesn't he say anything? Is it really hopeless?
But all it takes is one expression of the look on your face. any worries she had instantly disappear, because she realizes the expression on your face. It's the same expression you made every time you defeated her.
Well, what is this? You can glare at me all you want. It won't change the fact that you've lost.
No, that's you.
I despise people like you. You twist the system to serve your own ends. You trample on the lives of innocent people. But as long as I'm here, I'll never let that happen again.
Naught can remain concealed.
Oh, shit.
Ooh, empowered eye?
Oh, what did I just do? Oh, shit, did we unlock a power?
Whoa.
Your head feels like it's about to burst. The pain is unbearable and overwhelming. But at the same time, you feel an extreme sense of clarity. As if you can see more than you could before.
I can't believe that peasant pushed me this far.
Once again, you see Pierce's thoughts through the eye of Horus. But this sensation feels different than how it usually is. It's more intense and potent this time. It's almost as if you can do more than just read surface level thoughts.
You've activated the empowered eye. With it, you'll be able to do more than just see the witness's thoughts. You'll also be able to affect what they think about. Project items into Pierce's mind to evoke thoughts from him. You'll want to project items that make him think about the murder. Evoking the right thoughts will raise your insight. Once the insight gauge is filled, you'll have everything you need to implicate him.
Oh.
Hey. Think about the guy.
Oh.
No?
Definitely the... Oh, why am I thinking...
Why am I thinking of such a thing? Maybe you'll see something if you... Yeah, okay.
So, definitely the bottle.
Nope, not it.
Oh, really? Okay.
I would say probably his compendium.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
I really have an affinity for water magic, don't I? I should really learn some new spell formulas. Maybe a visit to the academy is in order.
It doesn't give anything that we can use.
Oh! Maybe the Flynn's testimony with his sister and stuff.
Oh. Nope, that's not it.
No, damn.
I would say probably shape of liquid.
Oh, yeah,
All
maybe.
the trouble I went to. I can't believe that lawyer figured out the spell I used. No matter. It's not as if there's any evidence to prove that I used it. I'm lucky that old fool had the bottle of water with him. Oh!
Oh,
That's what he did! Water from a bottle.
Sorry, I was lagging. Oh, water from a bottle. Wait, a bottle?
Well then. As riveting as this has been, I believe it's time for me to take my leave.
Now, wait a minute, Pierce.
What is it now, you wretch? I'll say it as many times as you need to hear. There is no evidence of a liquefied weapon at the crime scene.
But we got a bottle. You're right, Pierce. If you did use shape liquid on a body of water, the murder weapon would have evaporated entirely.
Ah, it seems you've finally gotten that fact through your thick head. Bravo.
But let's not get ahead of ourselves, Pierce. What if you didn't use shape liquid on a body of water? What if it was another type of liquid?
What are you going on about?
Pierce, shape liquid doesn't just work on water. It works on all kinds of liquids. This shattered bottle contains the liquid that you cast your spell on, didn't it? You show him a picture of a shattered bottle of lotus juice.
That bottle.
Pierce, I found a shattered bottle on the ground near the victim's body. I wonder what caused it to shatter. You must have decided to use any liquid you could find. Luckily for you, the victim was holding the perfect quantity of liquid. I wonder, Lord Pierce, if we had someone analyze the broken pieces of this bottle, would we find traces of transmutation magic? Oh.
You little! That still proves nothing. So what if there were traces of magic on the shattered bottle? You still don't have a murder weapon.
I wasn't finished, Pierce.
What?
You see, the liquid contained in this bottle wasn't water. It was soda.
So, what difference does that make?
A blade of ice made out of water would have evaporated entirely. But a blade of ice made out of soda would leave a puddle of dried residue.
No, it can't be.
I wonder why there was such a circular trace of magic under the body. If we check the outline of that trace, I bet we'd find a dry puddle of soda residue. That would prove that you used magic on that soda. Here's your murder weapon, Pierce. And that's checkmate.
Fucking got him.
Damn. Bailiff, tell Orem to analyze the crime scene at once. We must determine if this puddle of soda residue exists. The time window to find traces of magic is closing.
So, we had our team search the crime scene for that soda puddle. I really can't believe it, but we found it. In fact, the outline of the dried soda lines up exactly with the outline of the trace of transmutation magic. We checked the broken bottle too. There are traces of transmutation magic on it as well. There's no doubt about it. Someone used magic on that soda.
I see. Thank you, Orem. Please escort Lord Pierce back to the stand.
Oh, you're so fucked, dude. You're so fucked.
What do you have to say for yourself, Pierce?
What do you think you've accomplished here today? Do you honestly think you can indict me? I'm an aristocrat from the highest echelons of our society. That fool of a man was an insurgent. He was a threat to society, and I did my civic duty by removing him.
Objection!
Oh. Bailiff, please escort the witness to a holding cell.
Steelwind?
First-degree murder is punishable by execution, Lord Pierce. I suggest you remain silent, lest you incriminate yourself further.
What? You can't be serious!
Shut your insidious mouth. Well, what are you waiting for? Take him away.
Yes, take him away at once.
I can't believe it. We actually won. Tyrion,
It's all she can do to hold back her tears. You don't need to say anything. Your face says it all.
Thank you.
You've more than exceeded my expectations today.
Miss Tamora.
I'll be honest. When I realized that the murder weapon evaporated, I thought the case was shot. I can't believe you were able to turn that around.
It was just luck. If he had used water, we would have been done for.
It had nothing to do with luck. You were able to deduce which liquid he used. And he did it just by looking at a few shards of broken glass. Your skills of deduction never cease to amaze me.
That's not exactly true. But with Celeste there, you can't tell her about your new ability.
You're all quite lively.
Oh. Ooh, that is a
boy.
face of contempt.
There's no need for such hostility. Though I wouldn't expect any less from the Hound of the Eye Taker. What the fuck of a name is that?
What a title, dude. Wait, what did she mean by that? You glance at Miss Timora, but when she meets her gaze, she immediately looks away. She looks like she's focusing, almost as if to protect herself from a certain eye.
I must admit, I was hoping to test my blade against you directly.
Whoa, is that a threat? What does that mean?
However, your protege proved to be a worthy adversary.
Thank you, I think?
Is this some kind of game to you? Some kind of video game?
Oh my god. Called Tyrion, Tyrion, Cuthbert, Attorney of the Arcane.
I was trying to fucking remember the name of the game.
Same.
I was just like, you talk about trials as if there's some kind of competition. Your action almost condemned an innocent woman to death. Our system operates by having two powers of opposition. When those powers are balanced, justice prevails. Make no mistake, your victory today was just our system working as intended. Ha! Working as intended.
You know very well our system only exists to protect your people. I know.
What?
In any case, it looks like we'll be facing each other more frequently in the future. I look forward to doing battle you again, Tyrion Cuthbert.
What a strange girl.
Well, that kind of killed the mood, didn't it?
Not at all. I think we should celebrate.
Oh, what did you have in mind?
There's this amazing restaurant in the upper quarter of the capital city. They usually only serve nobles, but they let anyone in if they have enough gold.
Wait, do we have enough gold?
Of course we do. Don't worry about the details.
Okay.
I'll handle everything.
This stinks of corruption.
No.
Wait, just how much money does Miss Timora make? And so began my journey into the world of law and magic. Our justice system is rotten to its core, and I'll have many trials ahead. Regardless, I'll keep fighting on and get justice for every one of my clients. Awesome!
Hey, let's go.
Yeah, we did it. We did it.
Oh.
I'm gonna save here and see if this is the next case or not.
Yeah. It's fair.
I think this might be a post-credit scene.
Yeah, I feel like that's what it is too.
This feeling, I knew it. His radiant soul is finally awakened. I can't believe it. I've been waiting for so long.
Oh.
What?
Oh.
What?
Sorry, I was just thinking maybe this is like the girl that was in that dream. Like, do you remember that weird dream that happened at the beginning of the episode?
Oh, yeah. I can't wait for the day when I can see his eyes draped in agony. Well,
Fun.
quite an odd in-credit scene, but we'll get to that next time.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, what'd you think of that?
This is fun so far. I'm really enjoying it. I'm very interested by, like... Because this does not look like the courtroom that we normally see, like, in the menu. So I'm, like, wondering... like when the courtroom in the back, if that's even a courtroom or if it's just a temple room.
Oh yeah,
But it looks
kind of decrepit. And, like,
yeah.
crumbled down.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might have a trial in one of these in this broken courtroom in the back. Yeah, that was very fun. I liked the villain. He was such a snobby piece of shit.
Very excited, looking forward to the next episode. I like that his name was Pierce. Very
Pierce,
attorney. Ace attorney brand.
Well, we'll get to case 2 next time.
Yeah.